fever, don't breathe on me. I'm a believer in nobody won't let me leave cause I've seen something. Hope I don't sneeze, I don't. Really, we just need to feel something. Only pretending to feel something. I know you're dying to run. I wanna turn you around.
Please remain calm. The end has arrived. We cannot save you. Enjoy the ride. This is the moment you've been waiting for. Don't call it a warning. This is a war.
It's a parasite. Gotta feel it in your stomach cause you know that it's coming for you. Leave you flowers and grief. Don't forget what I told you. When we forget the infection, will we remember the lesson? It's the suspense that they kill you. Something else will. Move. I heard they need better signal. Put chipping pins in the needles. Quarantine all of those secrets in that black hole you call a brain before it's too late. Really, we just wanna scream something. Only pretend to believe something. I know you're baying for blood. I wanna turn you around. Please remain calm. The end has arrived. We cannot save you. Enjoy the ride. This is the moment you've been waiting for. Don't call it a warning. This is a war. It's a parasite. Gotta feel it in your stomach cause you know that it's coming for you. Leave you flowers and grief. Don't forget what I told you. When we forget the infection, will we remember the lesson? It's the suspense that they kill you. Something else will. It's a parasite. Gotta feel it in your stomach cause you know that it's coming for you. Leave you flowers and grief. Don't forget what I told you. When we forget the infection, will we remember the lesson? It's the suspense that they kill you. Something else will. You can board up your windows, you can lock up your doors, yeah. But you can't keep washing your hands of this shit anymore. When all the key stops and then all the key friends don't know their options from that back again. When life is a prison and death is a door, they say you want it. This is a war. This is a war. Hey, hey, oh, oh. It's a parasite. Gotta feel it in your stomach cause you know that it's coming for you. Leave you flowers and grief. Don't forget what I told you. When we forget the infection, will we remember the lesson? It's the suspense that they kill you. Something else will. It's a parasite. It's a parasite. It's a parasite.
We cannot save you. We cannot save you. We cannot save you. We cannot save you.
just watching, always down for the cause. God, these days he's coaching. They be watching my game on the side like they own me one. They be watching my game on their raps like they let them know. Sitting high above, bouncing on good old times. When I still wasn't down, those are funny times. When I had much to give, those were precious times. But now I'm still in for the same purpose. Running, I'm going. So good to fade away. Why you wanna let yourself die for something else? Don't let your conscience get in the way. Oh, babe, we hope you have a lovely day. Oh, babe, you don't want it to come out and play. But wait, no, there's nothing to see here. It's under control. We're only gambling with your soul, babe. Whatever you do, just don't wake up and smell that corruption. Do you feel that? Yeah. Another day, another systematic nightmare. Bite me first, I'll bite you back, melodramatic laughter. I sound the night in my eye. Take a motherfucking mind. But watch when I feel it fine. Destroy yourself, it feels too good to fade away. Do I wanna hurt myself? Should I die for something else? I let my conscience get in the way. Oh, babe, we hope you have a lovely day. Oh, babe, you don't want us to come out and play. But wait, no, there's nothing to see here. It's under control. We're only gambling with your soul, babe. Whatever you do, just don't wake up and smell that corruption. When your freedom is lethal, tell me how you gonna hurt yourself. You call yourselves peaceful. You masters of people. You fucking masters of people. We're gonna show you how it behaves. It's not showing cause in a chase. Oh, babe, we hope you have a lovely day. Oh, babe,
It's a little
Welcome
counter.
everybody here to Work TV as we are live here from ISM Raceway. For the first time we are ever broadcasting the Unified iRacing League Buttkicker Cup Series. I am joined in the booth today by Henry Clapper and Josh Patterson. For the first time ever, Work has a three-person booth. We're in the middle of qualifying right now, but here at ISM Raceway, track is about 1 mile in length. We're in the oval with an open dogleg configuration, so these drivers are able to dive right down to that dogleg. 4 turns located in Avondale, Arizona at an altitude of 957 feet. Well, weather for tonight, 74 degrees, nice cool track for tonight with a 75-degree track temp, 9-mile-an-hour wind speeds, partly cloudy skies, and it is just past 8 p.m. Eastern time in sim with no humidity. Well, I haven't really let them talk yet, so I'll let them get started. We're gonna do some pre-race predictions. We're not too familiar with these guys here in the Buttkicker Cup Series. This is our first race broadcasting with them. We've got 2 races slated for today. However, it is sure to be entertaining, and we've gotten to see some practice and stuff. And I'm gonna start off with Henry first. Henry, you've seen how some of these guys have been driving. You've been able to look at the
It seems
times in
for
qualifying and
his
practice.
lap.
Henry, my main
Oh,
thing I was going to ask you, Henry, is what do you predict is going to happen tonight here in qualifying? Henry,
I have like the biggest, like he's going to have the most advantage. Basically, he's going to have the advantage.
which car? All right. Anyways, moving on, Josh. What do you predict is going to happen today
All
in this race today?
right. Well, I think we're going to see a good race. We've got a lot of good cars here tonight. I think the qualifying has shown that the pace is going to be pretty close between all these guys here. We have just about 4 minutes left at the moment, but as we've seen, Derek M. Garrison has put down the fastest lap. He is our points leader as well as the fastest driver here tonight. With a 26.892, a fantastic lap from that 8 car. Following him is Eric Garrison, also a chaser, almost 1/10 behind. But it is pretty close throughout the field. It seems 5th through 8th is only separated by 0.07. So definitely going to be a good midfield fight. And I think we'll see some pretty good long run action as well.
Yeah, for sure. I myself, talking with the league owners and stuff and taking a quick look at their playoff standings and things like that. With 2 races left in the season, it seems like that these 2 guys with the same last name, Garrison, I'm not sure how they're related, but these guys seem like they are going to be very competitive. However, a guy I'm not ruling out is going to be the 88 of Taylor Benjamin, who is second in points. He has 2 wins on the season, which, from looking at the Dan Lisa, is the 3rd most wins this season. Um, as he's tied with Chris Schooler, who is the 31. He's not currently on track qualifying, but Taylor seems like he's got a really fast car. In practice, I believe it was in the last practice session, he looked very quick. He has put down the 6th fastest lap today in qualifying, but I feel like Taylor qualifying, I mean, I know firsthand because I am one of these people. I'm not very much of a hot lapper. I'm able to kind of put together a race, stay out of trouble, and be there at the finish, and that's going to be the kind of thing that these guys are going to need to be in order to beat the 2 Garrisons today.
Yeah, however, since we are talking about the point standings, Derek and Taylor up front, but the real battle is for 3rd. Bill Stringfellow, Chris Schooler, and Alexander Hendry, all really close fighting for that 3rd place spot. 5 points away between 2,313 and 2,308. So a very close points battle between those 3, and one that we should definitely watch out for today.
Especially on that note, I will make a remark here. If you are looking to see which drivers are in the playoff system, they are marked with a C next to their name, except for the 29 Alexander Hendry, or excuse me, Alexander Hendry. He is also a playoff driver. However, he doesn't have the C next to his name. But other than that, if you're looking to see what your favorite playoff driver is doing in tonight's event, you can look for the C next to their name, see how they're doing compared to the other playoff drivers as well. As in fact, it looks like the first non-playoff driver who's qualified up towards the front is Oscar Jensen in the 51. As I'm not really actually too sure how many guys are on track at the moment. Looks like the 29 of Alexander Hendry is actually the only guy who is sitting on the track right now as he's sitting at the exit of pit road. With a minute left of qualifying, looks like we've had 13 drivers put down laps with only 1 not put down a lap. That would be the 11. Who's also a playoff driver, so it's interesting to see what his strategy is here. Now Henry, I know you from league racing with you and experience with you. You are not really a guy who likes to qualify, so tell me something that goes through your head when you're trying to put yourself in championship position and you're not qualifying. Is it about survival, or what would you consider it to be about, Henry?
In my concerns, basically not my concerns, but in my way, I like to start in the back because you get to avoid all the wrecks and everything. So whoever basically starts in the back, so let's say Robert starts in the back, he has that advantage to basically dodge all the wrecks, avoid all of them. So I think he has a good chance of winning this race.
I mean, you know what? If that's what it takes, avoiding everyone else, I mean, I guess that's what it takes. Anyways, though, it looks like qualifying is coming to a conclusion here. As the timer will count down, and we are going to be able to provide you guys our grid as the race has just turned to daytime here. So this is interesting. I've never really seen a night to day transition like that. But anyways, let's pull up the grid for today's race. Starting on the pole for today will be Derek Garrison. To his outside will be Eric Garrison. We got Bill Stringfellow starting P3 with Oscar Jensen P4. Josh, I'm going to take it off to you now.
Chris Schooler starts in P5. Taylor Butcher Benjamin in 6th. Brandon Thomas 7th. And Drew Ashley rounding out your top 8 for tonight's event.
And
Henry?
Henry, yeah, take the rest of them away.
We got on road 9. We got Alexander Henry, and then row 10 we got Justin Days. Then row 11 we got Stephen. What are you? Sorry, I can't. Sorry, I'm horrible with names. Sorry.
Steve Woodard. We'll help
Woodard.
you out.
12th row we got Joshua.
Josh Sichterman. I'm assuming it's Sichterman. And then we got
Yeah,
John Greensley and Robert DiDomenico rounding out the rest of the field here today in the Buttkicker Cup Series. Race info for today. 150 laps for about 152 miles, as this track is just a little bit longer than a mile in length, with an average lap time of about 27 seconds. So since we've transferred to the day, it's actually a very cool day today, 66 degrees with a 69-degree track temp, so actually cooler temperatures than what we saw in qualifying, and that might translate to a looser racetrack in this one. Wind speed of 7 miles an hour, partly cloudy skies, and just past 4 p.m. Eastern time with a 0% humidity here.
As we are going to roll off for the pace laps here today, 150 laps, as Brayson has mentioned. Definitely a long one. Probably going to see some fuel strategy play out. And as Henry mentioned earlier, we're going to have a lot of different strategies between the drivers. So we'll see, the ones starting in the back, see if they can work their way up through the field and possibly avoid a wreck or two along the way. And the ones up front, seeing if they can hold off the rest of the field.
For sure. And we thank everyone here tonight for joining us here on Work TV for our first ever broadcast here at the Buttkicker Cup Series. Make sure you check out our sponsors here for Work TV. Of course, right there at the top of the broadcast, World Online Racing Championship, which is our flagship league. Make sure you check that out. As the green flag waves, don't forget to check out our other sponsors, JP Designs, Makoni Setup Shop, and the Keystone Corner, and Mr. Ocean CM382 as we go racing into turn number 1.
Derek M. Garrison pulls away from the second place car.
3 wide, 3 wide in the back. We got
There.
29.
Ish. Back up front though, Derek M. Garrison in the 8. He's going to lead us here off of turn 4. He will complete lap number 1 with Eric Garrison right behind him in the 9 and Oscar Jensen taking P3 here as they're still side by side entering turn 1.
Yeah, still, it seems like they've pretty much all single filed out, but still very close racing. It's a
Oh, the
51
3.
really far down to the bottom.
The 3 just
But he
got
does
loose
not-
back there on the back straightaway going into the dog leg.
Yeah.
Brayson, it's like
51's
how you
working
said,
around the
this track
outside.
is going to be super slick.
Yeah, especially, I mean, in the daytime normally, with the sun shining down on the track, what it does is it just makes it slicker, it's harder on the tires, and, I mean, obviously it's going to make for an overall harder race for these guys because they're going to be fighting quite a few slides
The
here.
move for second.
Yeah, Oscar
51
Jensen.
gets all the way down to the bottom. Oscar Jensen making the move on Eric Garrison. He will have the inside going into turn 3. Almost made it work last time around, but will pull off the move this time. And the 51 up into second.
And Oscar, he was a guy that we saw was pretty quick in practice. Another guy we saw was quick in practice, he's kind of hanging towards the back right here. This 39 of Justin Day. I'm not too positive what he's doing back here because from his practice times, he was over a tenth faster than everyone else. So really interested to see if he's just trying to hang back here and just let the race play out, or if he's just, I don't know, man. Lots of
Yeah.
different strategies.
Yeah, as well as different strategies, you can see each car is taking a semi-different line, especially going through turn 3 and 4. You can see someone like Derek Garrison up front. He's running all the way down on the apron, holding it as tight as he can. But the 51 of Oscar Jensen, he's moving up a lane, 2 lanes into the corner. As you can see, he'll run quite a bit higher, and it just works for different cornering speeds and cornering exits. So we'll see which one prevails.
And right back here for 5th place, we have Chris Schooler and Brandon Thomas dueling it out here. Schooler in turn 1, last lap around, got to the inside left rear quarter of the 83 of Bill Stringfellow. Unfortunately, couldn't quite get anything done, and now he's got Brandon Thomas lurking in the shadows here with a really good mid-pack battle going on.
Yeah, I was mentioning earlier, as I mentioned in qualifying, these guys were all close in their lap
Oh,
times.
Jesus.
The 31 gets really
Oh, the
loose.
3!
Oh, this is the 3!
The 3 got loose.
Whoa.
Brandon Thompson just got loose out of turn 4.
Yeah, both really good saves.
Oh
from
no,
those two.
the 31 slides
still
again.
loose. Chris Schooler
Yeah.
all over the place. He does collect it up here as they are
Now,
side by side.
now Brandon Thomas just passed Schooler for what? Is that
P5.
fifth?
Yeah, P5. And the 42 of Drew Ashley, he also is going to take advantage as Chris Schooler really falling back here early on, as he's now going to have Taylor Benjamin looking to his inside, and he's also got the 29 of Alexander Hendry. Oh, the 83 into the wall.
Big contact in the outside wall.
The 83, he just smacked the wall head on the outside of the track, and we're going to need to pull up the WARC replay for this one.
Bill Stringfellow from 4th place, massive contact into the outside wall.
Yeah.
And a big blow to his race.
All right, so the WARC replay, we're going to pull that up and reverse back here to the 1 and 2 where the incident happened. So right back here we see, looks like the 83 gets loose. Oh, the 3 of Brandon Thomas also gets loose.
3.
Heavy contact, and that's going to hurt Stringfellow because he is a playoff driver. And I think it's time here under the WARC replay. We're going to get a look. That 3 car had a little bit of a slide, and I think we're gonna need to pull up a new camera of ours here on WARC TV. First time we're ever using it. We're gonna pull up the Henry cam for this one.
Yeah.
So
You see, he's going towards the pass. He's passing the finish line, basically the starting line. Going to turn 1, it looks like he just lost it. He just basically got loose. So,
good save though.
Yeah, good save.
I will have to give him that one. So, well, we're gonna be back live here under yellow, and man, that 3, he got kind of lucky there that he had very minimal contact with the 83 of Stringfellow.
I don't actually believe that there was any contact between those two. It looks like they
Maybe
both just got loose and the 83
Stringfellow
overcorrected.
Yeah, that could be the case for sure. But 10 laps into this one, we have our first yellow of the night. And honestly, like Henry and I have been talking about, this is going to be a very loose racetrack here, and ISM is definitely one of the harder tracks to drive, I think, in my personal opinion at least. I don't like this track as a driver. This is
It's not my preferred track. But
yeah, this is definitely not a top 20 track for me for any oval period. I will take any other.
This is actually one of the hardest tracks to drive, to be honest.
I honestly think I would probably take. I'd probably only take this track over like Pocono maybe. From a driver's perspective, I just do not like this track.
Yeah.
From a streamer's perspective, though, so far some interesting racing. We've seen some good mid-pack battling, and we've seen quite a few guys get loose. As we're gonna double it up, pace car lights are off, and we're gonna go green this time by.
I don't know. You forgot how Josh Patterson feels about this track.
Josh is pretty silent over there.
I'm actually doing some other investigating right now, and I didn't realize they have a faster pair. So the 83, he just took his faster pair. He'll be back up into this thing.
Well, that is
Yep.
interesting information. So the 83, he'll have to go from the back to the front. He will have to baby that thing a little bit here. But as the pace car pulls off of turn number 4, the 8 of Derek M.
We,
Garrison and the 51 of Oscar Jensen are going to take us to the green. Henry, take it away.
we, we are going we are going green, now. Green.
And the 3
They're
right
up and
there,
away.
I don't know if you guys
Oh,
noticed
the
that
3
Brandon
got the
Thomas
good
gave a
jump.
bump to Oscar Jensen there
The,
on the
the
start. Not
3 had a
sure.
good start.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if
3
Oscar.
had a
Oh,
good
the
start.
3 overcooks the corner.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
Thomas a little wide right there. He's going to actually fall victim here to Taylor Benjamin, as Benjamin will slide to his inside here. Not sure if they'll be able to make the move, as they're going to be side by side here for top 5.
Oh. The 3 and the 88 are battling for for 5th.
And up front, they've single filed out otherwise in the top 4, as Thomas once again overcooks the corner. And I feel like he
No,
would get a better run off the outside, but
yeah, I think that's his thing. I think he's going to run the outside for half of this race.
right now he actually is going to be able to fit in line here as he gets cleared by Taylor Benjamin. Back here looks like Chris Schooler, he went a little bit wide there, but as everyone...
the 3 got loose. The 3 got loose. Brandon got loose off
And
turn 4.
look up in front of them, the 42 of Drew Ashley. He is moving himself through the field in that beautiful Credit One bank paint scheme there, as he has just gone by Eric Garrison, and Ashley started towards the rear of the field here. So, I mean, he's up to 3rd right now. He's about 1.3 seconds back from P2, but, I mean, the way he's moving through the field, I wouldn't doubt that he catches a 51 of Oscar Jensen and maybe even gets to pick a fight with the 8 of Derek M. Garrison.
And speaking of moving through the field, he is the biggest mover tonight. He has gone from 8th place starting to 3rd, so he has gained 5 spots on the night. The next biggest mover is Joshua Sichter, man. And he has gone from 12th to 8th, so he has gained 4 spots. So wouldn't be surprised to see him move up even farther.
Yeah, early on, we're definitely seeing a few hard chargers here in this field, and looks like Alexander Hendry actually wanted to look for a little bit of a dive bomb there on the 6 of Sichterman. Forces Sichterman wide.
He moved up.
Yeah, Sichterman's gonna give up that position right there, as Hendry will scoot on by that 6. And Sichterman not a chase driver here, so I mean, if you're Hendry, you got to try to make the... Oh, Sichterman's going to slide down to the inside wall contact, and that's going to be our second yellow.
Oh, we just brought out the yellow.
He does get out of it relatively quickly, and seems to not take too much damage to the front end of that car, but still some nonetheless. But just bounced off that thing. So
Yeah,
let's get a work replay.
For sure, we will pull up the work replay here, see what may have happened to the 6. Was coming off a 3 and 4. And I believe he just got loose behind the 29. Not sure if he pushed it too hard off the exit.
Yeah,
he
pushed it a little too hard.
Yeah, just kind of loops it off of 4.
Yeah.
And we're going to pull up the Henry cam once again for this one, as we're going to see here if we can get a cockpit view here and see what Henry might be able to find about this here. All right, well, Henry, take it away.
It's like how we said this track is going to be super slick because the sun is shining on it, so it's going to be slick. So coming out of turn 3 and 4, it looks like to me he hit the apron a little bit and just looped it, basically.
Yeah, unfortunately, that apron will bite you pretty hard, and it kind of got the 6 there. Hopefully, he isn't too damaged though, and is able to.
Doesn't look like it.
Yeah, he's gonna pull that into pit road. We'll see if he takes that fast repair or not. That, as Josh mentioned, these guys each have 1 fast repair. If you're not familiar with what that is, basically these guys kind of have 1 fresh reset. They get a brand new car that they can put on track, and for 150
laps. Pretty much just pull down to pit road, click a button, and their car instantly gets fully repaired. So they'll have a completely new one, and the 6 of Sichterman will not elect to take that fast repair this time by. So he's going to try to repair that damage and get back out on track with that thing slightly defeated. Seems to be down about 3 RPM in that machine. So
yeah, it looks like
he it's too
is
bad.
Taking his optional, I believe. I didn't see the fast repair go on that thing. Yeah, he's looking at the front end. Yeah, he's just going to take his optional repairs there and he'll hopefully be able to get that 6 back out on track. As you mentioned, he was the second highest mover through the field, but now all eyes are going to be on this 42 of Drew Ashley because, as we mentioned, he went from 8th to 3rd, and this caution gives him a perfect chance to, yeah, bunch back up and makes a couple moves.
Yeah, he'll definitely want to prove what he can do here, starting from mid-pack as he did, and now showing his speed up front. And he's been dealing with traffic the entire race so far, so it'll be interesting to see what he can do in a little bit fresher air.
Man, I'm just excited to see how this restart goes. Pace car lights are off, and I mean, we saw last restart the 3 ran into the back of the 51, tried to tell him, hey man, we're going. But all eyes are still on the 8, who has led every lap so far, 20 laps into this one.
And they're going to come around turns 3 and 4 this time by. Pace car is going to make the hard left down to pit road. And now they're just going to wait for the flagman to wave that green flag and wait for it.
Green, green,
And we're green back out in the air here at Phoenix. And Garrison gets a massive restart here.
That's going to really benefit Drew Ashley in the 42 going through turns 1 and 2 as Oscar Jensen. He's going to lose a lot of positions here as Brandon Thomas is going to get to his inside. They're side by side for the lead here.
There's the battle for the lead. Drew Ashley goes on the inside down into turn number 3. They're still side by side. Derek Garrison holding the outside well. Ashley gets a bit loose, but holds him. He's going to beat him to the line and lead that lap. That'll be the first the 8 loses all race. And they're still side by side coming through turn 2.
Man,
he overdrove it a little bit.
Yeah,
I think the 42 is going to have the run here.
The 8 is really going to have to give up a lot here. He's able to fight on the outside, but the way the dog leg is down the back straightaway makes it really difficult. Yeah, he actually does have a really good run. We'll see if Garrison can. Oh, the 42 is going to spin it!
42 got loose.
Caution, yellow flag.
He locks it up.
Guys!
Nobody's going to hit him.
Everyone avoids him.
And man, the 42 from
Drew Ashley. Drew Ashley gave a strong run for the lead and just got it all wrong coming out of 4. Fortunately for him, he just burns off a set of tires and he should be good to, keep racing at full power. So not too big of a wreck there for him, but let's see what happened.
Yeah, he definitely got lucky for sure, I believe. Looking here at the work replay. Looks like just coming off of 4. Yeah, it just got loose. Same spot actually that the 6 got loose. Difference is Drew was able to lock it up and not hit anything.
And remember, they got 5 sets of tires.
Yeah, that's going to be very crucial, especially for a spin like what Drew just had. As we see him here tag the rear of the field. And I'm not sure if he's going to pit for tires or if he thinks he's going to be fine, but...
I think he's going to stay out.
Yeah, a couple cars come down pit road, those being Eric Garrison and Justin Day. But I think, what do you guys think? I'm thinking that these guys are getting to the point where they're going to want to take their first tire set at some point. I know the leaders have not pit yet, but 150 laps are on this one, 5 tire sets. So you think they're going to be doing the mental math, trying to figure out a good time to pit?
Oh, for sure. I mean, we see the 9 of Eric Garrison right now. I mean, his brother is the guy leading the race right here. So, I mean, one guy staying out, one guy coming in and taking 4. But if you do the math, 150 divided by the 5 tire sets, that's going to leave you with about 30 laps on each set of tires. So taking your first set here lags you back about 6 laps. But, I mean, if you get a long green flag run, you might be able to make it close to 50 laps on a good set of tires, depending on how long the fuel run is.
Yeah, definitely something to keep in mind for this race. 150 laps is a long time to be racing for, but these guys are going to try to manage it the best they can. As the pace car has turned its lights out, and we are going to be 1 lap to green.
Yep. We are going green this time. So,
yes.
So the one who starts the front row is the 8 and the 51, first and second.
Yeah, the 42, Drew Ashley, I mean, he's probably kicking himself right now from, being up, went from first to 11th, so he's going to have his work cut out for him.
To be honest, I think he's going to make his way up again. Trust me. If he could do that one time, like the first time, I think he's going to do it again.
Well, we'll find out here as pace car is going to pull off, and Derek M. Garrison will get back up front into the lead with Oscar Jensen who was outside. Brandon Thomas and Alexander Henry row 2
We are
as
green.
yeah, we're green flag. And pretty even restart there for Jensen and Garrison, but Garrison's going to get the better run into turn 1 and 2. And that's going to give Brandon Thomas a chance on the inside here to take away P2 maybe from Oscar Jensen as Jensen gets the wall.
51 of the wall.
The three.
And the 3 clears the 51 for P2 here. Coming through 3 and 4. Look at this mid-pack right here as the 31 of Chris Schooler trying to make a move on the outside of Taylor Benjamin. He actually got a huge run. Yeah, the 6 did get pretty loose there, and the 6, as Josh mentioned, down about 3 RPMs with a little bit of left front damage. So this is going to be a very entertaining battle as they go 3 wide here down the back straightaway.
Taylor Benjamin really deep down into the dog leg. He will clear. He'll clear the 29 of Alexander Hendry. Gets a little loose next to the 31.
Coming into the
Chris Schooler also gets loose. They're still side by side off of 4, coming to the line.
Man, Taylor Benjamin, he's really having to fight hard right now down on the inside as he's trying to hold on to Alexander Hendry, and he's trying to get back to the inside of Chris Schooler here. It's just somehow Schooler is doing a really good job on the outside. He's actually going to clear Benjamin into 3 and 4 if he wants to, and Hendry sends it really wide through 3 and 4 here coming off of turn 4.
Very nice. Go have that run, remember.
Yeah, and you see it there. The 31 of Schooler really gets the better run there. He's going to clear Benjamin, and now Alexander Hendry is going to try to take a shot here on the outside of Taylor Benjamin.
Oh, no. Brandon Thomas into the wall just slightly, but he will make contact with it, which allows Oscar Jensen to get back around him for 2nd place. I was about to mention that they were still really close up front, but then the 3 proceeded to get a little bit loose, and
the 51.
Oscar Jensen all over the place.
And Brandon Thomas is going to get back to him now.
Going into turn 1.
And
like
don't look now. But the 83,
slick.
Bill Stringfellow, remember we saw him get loose, spinning to the outside wall. He took that faster pair, and he is not babying that thing around. He's moving up into the podium position. Yeah, really tight 3-car battle here. Looks like Thomas might be able to prevail momentarily as Stringfellow gets by Jensen. And don't look now, but this has allowed 5th place and more to catch back up as Chris Schooler is going to dive way to the inside wall here. Oh, Schooler gets
Schooler loose. Saves it though, and they're almost going to be side by side with Taylor Benjamin. But still stay single file at the moment. We're going to see if the 88 tries to send it on the outside of the 31. He does, but not quite there. So Chris Schooler will keep 5th place.
Benjamin gets a really good run though. Not sure if it looks like it actually stalls out here, but he's entering the corners a lot wider than that 31 of Schooler is, and that's probably going to be able to help him get a better arc into the corner and just in general catch the 31, as the 31 is playing a really defensive line at the moment. And don't look now, but Derek Garrison in the 8, we've been told he won 14 races this season. He is currently the championship leader. He's almost got the championship pretty much locked up. Oh, yellow.
Oh,
yellow.
The
the 9.
And
the 9 probably looped it, probably.
yeah, from one Garrison to another, the 9 goes around. And that'll be a cause for the work replay.
That 8 car was just about to pull away, too.
Yeah, he had a pretty solid gap. We'll take a look here on the work replay. So it looks
like, as we've seen so many times tonight, the 9 just gets loose off of turn 4 in the same manner that we've seen, I think, 2 or 3 other drivers do so. Gets into the inside wall, and then backs it back in, loses the rear end. So there wasn't too much damage until that.
Yeah, losing the rear end is really going to be full of aero damage.
Yep.
I mean, he's going to have a little bit of a harder time navigating this track, but I don't quite know. I mean, depending on how many RPMs he's down, I don't know if this is exactly a situation I would take that faster pair in at the moment.
Yeah, that car's relatively okay. I mean, besides the back end, there's a little bit of front end damage, but it should be good on power.
Honestly, I mean, his front end doesn't even look as bad as Joshua Sichterman's in the 6, and we have pit stops happening right now. Benjamin fakes him out.
Shake.
There comes the 29.
I believe the leader on the pit road is going to be
Yeah,
the 3
Derek
of Brandon Thomas. Oh
Garrison.
no, yeah,
Oh,
Derek
Derek
Garrison.
Garrison.
Garrison
Really
will
on the
go
road.
down. So as I mentioned last yellow, these guys are finally taking their first set of tires, and in good timing too, on lap 35 of 150. So they're probably timing it right. So we'll see how that strategy plays out for the rest of the race.
And that was a total of 8 drivers going down pit road, so majority of the field here. And we'll see what happens to Derek Garrison here, if he's able to lead him off of pit road, or if maybe Oscar Jensen or Brandon Thomas is able to jump him. Never mind. Not going to happen today.
He has that
Oh,
first
wow.
stall, so he's going to get out first.
And
Alexander
Alexander
Hendry
Hendry.
gets out second, Justin Day third, Stephen Woodard fourth, and Brandon Thomas falling all the way back to fifth from second into pit road.
Not sure if he was potentially taking some optional damage there. As we mentioned, he did tag the wall a little bit. Either that or maybe he
Car
had
does
a...
look cleaner.
Yeah, so that could be
So
what happened. Either that or just had a bad
accidentally took a
stop.
fast repair.
Yeah, oh, I hope not. That would
No,
not
he
be a
still got
very
a
good
little bit of
situation.
nudge in there.
But
But Bill Stringfellow has gone into the lead, and he is the first car to stay out on the racetrack. He is being followed by Chris Schooler and Taylor Benjamin. They are the top 3 at the moment, so they will be the first 3 to get the green flag.
and kind of getting shades of Ryan Blaney at Talladega last year. He spun coming down to pit road. Obviously, Bill didn't spin coming down to pit road, but a little bit of a spin and win situation. If Bill's able to hold on here, I believe he only has about, looking back here, Bill has about 9 lap older tires than everyone behind him. Well, not everyone behind him, but Taylor Benjamin and Joshua Sichterman, they have about 9 lap younger tires than Stringfellow and Schooler. And then,
So lights are out, and we are about to go green.
yeah, Drew Ashley and John Greensley are 36 laps on their tires. That's a 42 and the 12. So keep an eye out on those guys. See how bad the tire wear is.
And we're a green flag back in the air. Bill Stringfellow, Chris Schooler lead them to the line.
Oh, Stringfellow
They
did
got a
not get that
very
good of a
even-
restart.
They got an even restart until turn 1,
Well,
still
tires.
side by side.
Schooler may have the run off the top.
Oh, three wide in the back.
Yeah, saw some guys
of these
dipping
guys
into
are
the dog
driving
leg.
deep down in the dog leg.
And they're still side by side for the lead. Stringfellow actually is going to wash up ever so slightly, and Schooler may get him on the outside here to take over the lead here.
Oh,
But here
That's
comes Derek M. Garrison from
The
way down in
31
7th all the way up to 4th in 1 lap, and he is charging very quickly.
And it's interesting to me because Drew Ashley is gaining positions despite being on 36 lap old tires. 38 lap old tires now actually, as they're almost
3
going to go
wide.
3 wide. They are going to go 3
They
wide.
are 3 wide.
He's on the apron there. Hopefully he doesn't get loose.
Yeah, Ashley had to back off his exit
Justin
there.
Day gets loose behind them.
Yeah.
And look at Garrison just drive his way through the field. It's going to be tough to hold that 8 car off.
Yeah.
Although Chris Schooler has gotten a bit of a gap. As we mentioned earlier, there is still a 3-way battle for 3rd place in the championship. That is between Stringfellow, Schooler, and Hendry. And it looks like Schooler is
Benjamin gets
about to
loose.
overtake Stringfellow in
Coming out
points.
through 4.
Yeah, that's going to allow Drew Ashley to get by the outside of Benjamin here. Oh, they almost go 3
Stringfellow
wide.
gets loose.
No, never mind. They're not
Oh,
through.
Schooler got the wall a little bit,
Oh,
and they're 3
three
wide behind
wide.
them.
Oh my
Threw up
god.
for 4th.
We'll lift here.
Oh,
no,
we have a
that's
spin.
Oh, the 42 tapped the wall. Oh,
Alexander
it is a
Hendry is around on the back straightaway, and not sure what happened there, but we're going to pull up the work replay and take a quick look here, see what may have happened to that 29. So looks like here through 1 and 2,
He just got loose.
yeah,
Going down
just
the driveway.
Stepped out on him, it seems.
yeah, I couldn't handle the transition very well from the banking to the dog leg, and that spun around the
The
29.
old tires. It's the old tires. I'm telling you.
Actually, Hendry was one of the guys on fresh tires, believe it or not. So,
Really?
honestly, that actually
that-
can make sense. I mean, on the older tires, you could get tight. So, we'll see here though who comes down in pit road, because some of these guys have stayed out here a long time, such as Drew Ashley back here in the 42.
Eric Garrison seems to be the only car coming down pit road, and I'm assuming that's for damage. However, that caution timing was crucial as Derek Garrison had just gotten around Bill Stringfellow. Sorry about that. So he is up to second place now.
And if I'm Chris
That,
Schooler, I mean, I saw the way Schooler powered by on the outside to take the lead, and I'm not liking the way that Garrison's on
he's
fresher
on old
tires.
tires.
Oh yeah.
Remember, so he's on old tires, but you got the 8 of Garrison in second, but he's going to pull away because he got that fresh tires still. So he's going to get a better run and a better restart.
Yeah, that's something that the 31's going to have to be alert of, is knowing that the 8 is on fresh tires. And as I mentioned, the 31 took the lead by powering by on the outside, so he has to know that the outside does work very well here at Phoenix. And man, this is going to be a very interesting restart here. I'm interested to see if Schooler's able to hold on a little bit better on the older tires than Garrison, because, I mean, Garrison's got 7-lap old tires now, 8-lap as we cross the line. Schooler's got
Yeah.
33-lap old tires, and I mean,
Oh God.
believe it or
Yeah,
not, we actually have in the top 5, all 5 drivers have different amounts of laps on their tires. Schooler and Stringfellow, first and third, each have 33 laps down. Garrison has 8. Taylor Benjamin in the 88, he has 24 laps on his tires, and Drew Ashley has 43 laps. Ashley has not visited pit road once, so lots of differentiating strategies here, but the pace car lights are out, and we will be going back green this time by, coming off of turn 4.
The 31 is not going to get a good start because of those old tires. I'm telling you that now. He's going to probably spin the tires, but who knows? He's probably going to get a good restart. Who knows? It's a 50-50 chance.
Yeah, that's what these guys are going to have to be hoping for.
Unless he could get a jump.
Yeah, we'll see. Garrison kind of leans back a little bit on the restart there. Not sure if that was part of the strategy here, but look at the launch that Garrison's going to get.
Yep. The 8 of Garrison. He's just going to pull away.
And Schooler got a little bit loose there. He's going to have it way down in the dog leg here, but Garrison, I think he's going to blow by him here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Garrison proving that he's a favorite here tonight, leading almost every lap. And besides that, having 14 wins on the season, he's only lost 10 races, so the winning record here is insane.
Yep. Oh,
and Garrison will clear Schooler for the lead. Meanwhile, back here for P4, look at this chaos.
Oh my God.
Ashley, Thomas, Stringfellow, Jensen, all fighting for P4, and Taylor Benjamin falling back. This might be a fight for P3 in a moment. As they stay side by side through 3 and 4, Drew Ashley fighting hard with Bill Stringfellow as...
you see that little loose coming out turn 4?
Yeah, I noticed that.
Oh, he cut down on the 3. The 42 cut down on the 3 a little bit. The 3 had a chuck up.
Yeah, that forced the 83 out of line here.
51. Here comes the 51, so...
Yeah, Jensen's going to go to the inside of Stringfellow here, and Stringfellow's going to drop quite a few positions here, as some guys on fresher tires like Justin Day are going to be able to come by. Oh, we got a spin!
Oh! No yellow.
No yellow.
The
6 gets it straight.
Joshua Sickerman will hit the wall in the same place he did earlier, but we will keep it straight and keep it green.
Oh, he's loose still.
Yeah, it's that turn 4.
Turn 4 is a deadly spot tonight for these guys. Really good racing though here, as they're pretty bunched up for second on back. And we just see Drew Ashley right here get a little sideways as Oscar Jensen's going to go on the attack here. And Brandon 51. Thomas is going to dive it in on the 88 of Taylor. Ashley way overcooks the corner.
Here comes Brandon Thomas for third.
Yeah, Thomas.
He's going to go under the 88 of Taylor Benjamin.
Thomas has been showing some top 3 speed most of the night. In fact, at one point, he was right on the back bumper of Garrison. As you see, you could see those white gloves in the cockpit of that 3 car, really fighting to keep this thing straight coming off of turn 4.
But he will clear the 88 for third.
And you know what? I'm actually kind of surprised. Chris Schooler, I mean, he's got 25 lap older tires than first and third, but he's keeping himself up there. And Schooler, I mean, he might be a threat here if he's this good on older tires. Yeah,
and comes to 3.
And behind the 3, they're also side by side with Jensen and Benjamin. But as Henry
Fourth
mentioned, the 3 goes.
Oh, almost
Oh!
contact for second.
The 3 gets
Brandon
loose
Thomas
there.
really loose out of turn 2, holds on to it, and he's going to have to
Wow.
regroup himself and get it back together.
He is fighting that car.
Yeah, that was a really good save by the 3 of Thomas, and he's going to have to get right back to the inside of Schooler again. And all this battling, though, if Thomas gets back to Schooler, that's just going to give Derek Garrison a huge advantage. He's gonna really be able to pull away from everyone.
Here comes the 51 again.
I'm noticing the 3 and 1 and 2. He gets like loose middle of the corner, and he kind of slides, like kicks out the car a little bit. Really interesting to see.
Oh, can the 51 get him out of turn 3 and 4?
Looks like he might have it. The 3's gonna get a good run though.
Not
And
quite. It's still side by side going into turn 1. Jensen on the bottom, Thomas on the top. And they are at a stalemate at the moment, but somehow they are still both catching the 31 of Chris Schooler. So they're still battling, but they are still making it work as the 8 of Derek Garrison has pulled away during all of this.
yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
and Brandon Thomas sideways.
God,
Oh,
Thomas
the
is.
50
Oh, Thomas lists again! What a
Saves it.
save!
Incredible save by the 3 car. Wow. And
Oh my.
Oscar Jensen goes for second in the meantime.
Man, the 3 took our attention away.
Oh, and we have a yellow.
Oh, who brought out
Looks
the
like
yellow?
another spin off of turn 4.
And it looks like it
20.
may be Alexander Hendry again. We saw him spin on the dog leg, and he has significant right rear damage here. As we're gonna have to pull up the work replay and check this one out.
No, turn 4 again. Turn
Man.
4 again. Turn 4 is good.
Turn 4 is not a nice corner for these guys.
It's really not.
He tried to save it, and then
Oh, it's overcorrected.
you could kind of see when he realized he wasn't going to be able to save it, he tried to lock that thing down, but
And
And-
it just got around. It just got around from him.
Yeah, seeing how many people are losing it off of turn 4 only shows the talent level inside the 3 cars. He was able to hold on to that a couple laps ago. So it shows the talent level of some of the drivers in this lobby.
yeah, for sure, to be able to hold on to your car like that. I mean, you see the amount of people who keep spinning off of turn 4. I mean, that's not to say that those guys who are spinning don't have talent or anything like that, but I mean,
31.
There's a high bar.
yeah,
Road.
yeah, Schooler is going to lead these guys down pit road, alongside with Taylor Benjamin right behind him, and we'll see how pit stops go for these guys here.
Now we're back. We're back. Basically, the 8 of Garrison. He's in the lead. He's leading the pack. So
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Garrison on the older tires here, the way Schooler was able to stay competitive despite having 25 lap older tires makes me wonder how quick is that 31 and how quick is he going to be considering Garrison now is the guy on older tires and Schooler is going to have to drive through the field a
Schooler.
little bit, but
Schooler did make a mistake. He missed his box a little bit, and that allows the 88 to actually pass him coming off of pit road. So Benjamin will lead the race off, followed by Schooler, Ashley, Stringfellow, and Sichterman and Henry are still sitting on pit road. So we will see them come off in a little bit. But yeah, Derek Garrison, your leader, followed by Oscar Jensen and Brandon Thomas as of right now. We're going to come back to the green.
and man, I'm interested to see what happens because we saw the 42, he drove through the field, he spun though, and then on the older tires was just kind of hanging on mid-pack. Well, the 42 is on fresh tires now, and as I mentioned, the 31, I'm excited to see how Schooler is on those fresh tires as well. But I mean, man, it's gonna be interesting. I love seeing so many different strategies and so many people on different tires because it shuffles everyone around, and the guys on older tires, if they're able to compete with those guys on fresher tires, that shows you who's gonna be competitive. And on that note, Alexander Hendry unfortunately did not make it out of pit road in time repairing his damage, and he will tag the rear of the field a lap down. So Hendry is just going to have to keep that clean and hope for another yellow as coming off of turn 4, we're about ready to go back green.
Garrison and Jensen are going to lead them to the line.
Green flag, green flag.
This time, green flag is out in the air. And even restart, but Jensen
wow,
misses a
the
shift.
11. the 11 spun his tires a little bit.
Yeah, way back here,
wide
they're
in the
3
back.
wide, and Chris Schooler just right up the middle, able to get by
Yep.
those guys, and Brandon Thomas up to
Thomas goes up
P2.
to second. A
Brandon
good run
Thomas,
from him on the
he's
start. He will
he's trying
grab
to challenge
P2.
here. And look at that, Jensen, he overdrives the corner. Here comes Justin Day. Remember, I said Day was fastest in
Oh,
practice.
the 39 got a tiny bit loose out of turn 4.
Oh, goodness. The 39, I saw everyone else turning into the corner. I saw the 39 go straight. I was a little worried for a second. A little bit of a late entry as they're almost 4 wide down the back straightaway.
Oh
They are
my God,
3,
this is-
however, but they just get themselves settled out before the corner.
31
Cooler
came
passed
up in the
2 of them for
42.
1.
The
Schooler.
42
Oh,
has
Ashley's
been
loose.
set up. Oh, the 42 is around. Oh,
Oh no!
he does it
Big
again.
impact
Oh,
on the
he
outside
hit the
wall.
Another turn 4 victim here in the Buttkicker Cup
Calamity
Series.
corner.
Man,
Turn 4 right now.
Man, this is. I think he drove it a little too hard into turn 3 and 4.
Yeah, I think he
That's
was
my-
trying to get the run off the corner, and he almost had it. Look at that wreck avoidance by the 33. We might have to get an onboard of that. As, yeah, the 33 was really good at. Man, that was close. We're going to take a look here on his onboard. We're going to pull up the Henry cam here, and we're going to see if we can have Henry give you guys a description of what was happening here.
Man, he's watching the battle from up there. You could kind of right there. You could kind of see it. He basically lets off a little bit, goes down, hit the apron, and he's all good.
Yeah,
That
I
was a
mean,
nice
for sure, the 33, a little bit of a close call there. He's able to avoid it all, though. And that will get him back up towards the... Well, I shouldn't say towards the front. I mean, he's 7th, but he does have damage, so that's always a positive. You don't have to use that fast repair quite yet.
But that 42, he has a lot of damage.
Yeah, unfortunately for Drew Ashley, that's his second
Bro,
spin, and yeah, he does use the fast repair, and as quick as that 42 is, he's got to try to limit some of those mistakes. This is not going to pay off for him if this goes any further.
He's super fast. It's just he's making like little tiny mistakes.
Alexander Hendry has gotten the free pass this time around, so he will gain his lap back and get back on the lead lap. So that yellow was crucial timing for the 29 car.
And John Greenslate will come out of pit road a little bit late there. Not sure if the 12, if he's just trying to hang towards the back or what, but that'll put him towards the back. Of course, with Hendry being the lucky dog, he'll get an EOL penalty. So that'll put the 12 back in 13th. But back up front, Brandon Thomas is up to P2, and he's been here before, just unfortunately tagged the wall, lost it, and now he's back up there again, and we've seen him fighting this wheel, especially coming off of turn 4. But man,
I think I have my pick for a winner. If he could keep the mistakes a little low, if he could like drive a little bit better, then I understand he's getting loose a little bit, but if he could kind of fix that, I think he has a big chance of winning this race. What do you guys think?
I mean, they do say loose is fast, and well, that could be the 3's ticket to getting by the 8 here of Garrison, who's been the dominant car so far. Meanwhile, guys, I think it's time for a little bit of a mid-race update here. We have 90 laps to go. We've had 7 yellows, 19 laps under yellow, and we've only had 5 lead changes, but there's been a lot of good battling towards the mid-pack and things like that. And as the pace car lights will go out this time, they'll double it up, and we'll go back green here. Man, this has been pretty entertaining. I know there's been quite a handful of yellows here, but I mean, we've had some solid battles throughout the field, and the dogleg makes everything just, it just exemplifies everything, because you can take everything 3-4 wide at some points, and that really makes for some interesting races, especially on these restarts here, because these guys are trying to get all they can as quick as they can. And actually, the 9 of Eric Garrison missing a rear end is up to 8th, so he's not letting that
yet. So
yeah, he's not letting that rear end take him down a notch.
He does have a little bit of aero damage because of that rear end, but still, he's up there. He's mid-pack, so
yeah, hopefully he can save that fast repair for the end of this race and get that going. Meanwhile, coming off of turn 4, pace car pulls in.
Green flag, green flag.
We are going
And
green.
yeah, back green flag racing here. Garrison's going to get a little bit of an edge here on Brandon Thomas as we go through 1 and 2.
Oh, good battle for the lead right now, actually.
Yeah,
They're
Thomas,
side by side.
he's going to get the run off the top. Garrison's going to really have to dive it down to the dogleg, though.
51. But here comes the 51.
Oh, nearly
No.
contact
Oh, no.
Jensen almost into the back bumper of Thomas. He will save that car and
Yeah.
get a pretty good exit
Oh,
here.
through wide
Thomas
momentarily.
all over
Oh,
the bumper of Garrison.
They were 3 wide momentarily for about 4th place there between Justin Day, Chris Schooler, and I believe that was Taylor Benjamin. As Brandon Thomas gets really loose there, that's going to allow Oscar Jensen to go back to the inside of him. And don't look now, Chris Schooler, he has moved his way up into P4.
He slides it up on Benjamin, but they keep it going there as Jensen up to 2nd place.
Oh, Thomas
the
once again
three got
gets
a little
loose.
bit-
Yeah, Thomas looks to the inside this time. He'll get there, but not sure if he'll be able to clear him off of turn number 2. He doesn't look like he'll be able to. Jensen with a run will hold on to 2nd place.
Schooler's going to dive
for
it
right
down
now.
there.
Oh, here comes the 31 on Spooler.
Man,
Oh,
Schooler,
Brandon Thomas really deep into the corner. Schooler was going to be able to get all the way up next to him going through middle of 3, but Thomas gets a good run off.
the 31, he lost a lot of ground there. His run just kind of died out there on the inside as Thomas once again cooks the corner. Oh, the 31's going to get loose.
Oh,
Holds on to it, though.
I think Bryson, since the sun is going down a little bit, this track is going to get tighter and tighter now.
Yeah, it will definitely
I-
get a little more comfortable for these guys, and maybe we won't have as many issues coming off of turn 4 as Brandon Thomas is. Oh, Taylor Benjamin!
the
He's spinning!
39.
He locks
Oh,
it
he
up on the
saved it.
inside. Oh no!
Saved it. Oh my God!
He all
Oh,
saved
he,
it.
No yellow.
Big
That was-
for Justin Day. But they will keep
39 has-
it going.
That was a little intense there. The 88 had a great save on the inside, locked it down. Unfortunately, a 39, wrong place, wrong time. He's
Yeah.
gonna have a lot of damage.
Yeah, he has a little bit of crinkle, a little bit in the back end, but his right side's a little bit up, but he's still good.
Yeah, Garrison, meanwhile, he's got about a 5/10 lead over Oscar Jensen right now, as they've really single filed out towards the front with Thomas, Schooler, and Woodard rounding out the top 5. Side by side though for P6, Drew Ashley and Joshua Slichterman.
Yeah, those two up front, Garrison and Jensen, have gapped themselves from the field. Jensen isn't a playoff driver, but definitely looking like he should have been one right now.
Yeah.
Proving his worth, and he since he's got really nothing to lose and isn't a playoff driver, he's gunning for everything, and he wants this win.
Yeah, and he actually did close about a 10th that time around, and as Josh was talking about earlier, Jensen, he runs a little bit of a higher line through 3 and 4, and he gets a little wiggly there, and he might lose some time, but I mean, Garrison right now, he's just running a perfect race, and I mean, that's pretty much all you can ask for out at the moment here. 70 of 150 through this race. We're just over we're almost to halfway now, and I mean, Garrison, he's obviously looked like the car to beat so far.
Yeah, these two in front, they are running almost identical lap times last time around, separated by less than 1/100th of a second. But Oscar Jensen gets loose off of turn number 4 there, and unfortunately for him, he'll lose a little bit of time off of that. But there's a good battle for third going on. Brandon Thomas has gotten caught by Chris Schooler, and they're going to go at it for final spot on the podium.
And right back there for 5th, we just saw Drew Ashley. He gets by Steve Woodard, and Joshua Sichterman and Eric Garrison kind of waiting in the wings there. Garrison's actually going to drop back a little bit from that battle there, but for P5, looks like Drew Ashley's gotten by both of them, and we've noted how fast he is. He's led some laps. He drove up to the front earlier. Just a couple mistakes have hindered him a little bit. So we'll see if Ashley is truly fast enough to get there.
Speaking of mistakes, the 3 just slid up. Here comes the 31. It's Chris Schooler. We'll get all the way around him before turn 3, and that's going to be an easy pass.
What a move
Wow.
by
Although they do get
Schooler.
loosed.
Schooler really was able to drive it in deep.
Oh, right here comes the 3 again.
He's going to get a little
Thomas.
loose though.
Oh,
Thomas looks like he's just losing the car a little bit. He's a little loose all over the place, and that's what's costing him right now. I think if he could keep that car under him, he'd be a little bit quicker and wouldn't be so susceptible to being passed right now as he dives down to the apron.
And man, Oscar Jensen, he is trying a little bit of a different line. I've noticed him move a little bit lower. I've noticed him move a little bit higher as well. He just unfortunately keeps dropping some time to Derek Garrison. And
and that A car, he's just pulling away.
yeah, for sure. I mean, man, Garrison, like I said, he's currently leading the point system. And the way this is, if you aren't familiar, the old NASCAR chase system from about 2005 to, I believe it was 2012 was the last year they used it, 2013 maybe. You get the top certain amount of people in points for the Buttkicker Cup Series. That happens to be the top 10. And you get that top 10 in points. You reset them to the same amount of points. And then whoever has the most points at the conclusion of the chase is your champion. And right now that man happens to be the 14-time winner, Derek Garrison. As this guy, he is definitely on a bit of a hot run so far.
He's pulling a Jimmy Johnson right now, so
I mean, he's about to get his 15th win.
Yeah.
I can't really remember the
Oh,
last...
it ain't over yet.
I mean, yeah,
Don't
it's not
talk
over
too
yet,
soon, but
sometimes you got to get a little bit of an announcer's jinx in there, you know, gotta make things interesting. Meanwhile, back for fourth, excuse me, Drew Ashley has caught Brandon Thomas, and Thomas
really loose.
Oh my goodness, that front end was pointed in
that thing.
almost the wrong
Ashley
direction.
will easily get around him going into turn 1.
May not be over yet.
Driving it.
We have just hit the halfway point a couple laps ago. So halfway down with this one.
Look at the run that Thomas got there. He's going to dive it back down on the inside of Ashley.
This is a good battle for fourth.
Yeah, Ashley's going to dive it really... he's going to be able to get it in there a little bit deeper than the 3, and that's going to force the 3 to back it off, and Ashley's going to take over P4.
Ashley is not a playoff driver as well, so he, like Jensen, is probably just racing for everything here, trying to just get the win or a really good finish. So that's probably all that's on his mind as of right now.
And speaking of Jensen, he's closed 2.5 tenths the past few laps here. He was down to about 8.5 or 0.85 seconds behind Derek M. Garrison. He is now up to 0.6 something, and in fact, as I said that, unfortunately, he loses about a tenth there, so he's back down to about 7 tenths. But
well, you don't check the battle. Check the battle for 10th, 9th place. It's a good battle between the 88 and the 6.
That is right. Looks like Taylor Benjamin and Joshua Sichterman going at it here. Each of them with a little bit of damage. Actually, I believe Sichterman may have gotten his repaired, but Taylor Benjamin with a little bit of rear end damage, and he's fighting hard with that 6 as these guys are side by side, pretty much in a stalemate. Not really. One person's not really gaining, but one person's not really losing either.
Yeah. Side by side around the whole track for the last 2 laps.
Man, look at that. Sichterman, he's able to get it in a little bit deeper in the 1. Benjamin's able to roll the middle of the corner a little bit better, but of course Sichterman gets to run off. But then you get to the dog leg, and Benjamin can take a little bit of advantage there. And
however, Sichterman, seemed to have cleared him. Benjamin shoves it in deep, gets loose, and it looks like the 6 of Sichterman's going to be able to pull away off of turn 4.
Yeah,
as he does. He will clear
he's
him.
going to get Benjamin there. All throughout the field, we're seeing some interesting battles here in this one as we move
Somebody to watch right now, the 42 of Drew Ashley is closing the gap to Chris Schooler.
That's right.
So they're getting really close, and that is going to be for 3rd position if that battle gets intense.
And that gap is 6 tenths between Ashley and Schooler. So this 42, like we keep saying, he's quick. Oh no, he gets loose. He is quick when he's not doing that.
They both got loose there though, so I think the gap stays about the same.
Actually gained about a tenth there. But yeah, Ashley, I mean, he's one of the faster cars here, and he was able to compete and pass Garrison under green flag conditions. So if Ashley can keep this pace up, he might need a little bit of pit strategy luck to play into his favor, or even a yellow. But whatever is able to happen for Ashley, he's going to need it to happen here, and he might have a chance.
Oh, the 42 loose.
We keep criticizing people for getting loose and calling them out for it, but I think about everybody's getting loose at this racetrack. It's just really slick, and people are just finding their way to stepping out with the back end But it seems like everybody's holding on to it for now, and we haven't seen anybody spin out of turn 4 in a good amount of time, so it's always a good sign here on lap 84.
Yeah, like Henry said, track's getting darker. It's going to get a little bit tighter, and these guys are going to be able to handle turn 4 a little bit better. And it's weird because you see some of the shade. There's like, most of the track is shaded. Yeah, but
Half of the track is shaded.
there's like this little bit of, obviously, the front straightaway through 3 and 4. You can really see it there. You come back onto the front straightaway, and it's shaded. You get into 1 and 2, and there's some light. And then down the back straightaway, there's about a middle portion of the dog leg where there's just a ton of sunlight coming in, and I just can't imagine what that's like right now.
I was about to mention that the 8 of Derek Garrison is about to catch some lap cars, and the 12 of John Greenslade really slow in the middle, locks up Oscar Jensen just a little bit, but he almost spun, and he is really slow going down the front stretch. And they, Derek Garrison is also about to catch the 11 of Robert DiDomenico.
Wow, you just missed the battle for basically not last, but man, the 88. The 88.
Oh my god, the 29 gets loose next to the 6. Alexander Henry, I took a look back there because Henry was commenting on it, and the 29 was side by side with the 6 of Sichterman and just got loose. At 29, he's had a rough race. He's had a couple of spins, and obviously he's got damage to that thing, and I'm not sure if he's used his fast repair or not, but I don't know how well that car is driving with that damage. But meanwhile, back up here to P5, we might have a battle brewing because Brandon Thomas gets loose, almost gets in the wall, and here comes Steve Woodard in the 33.
Yeah, you can tell some of these guys are rooting for a yellow, and some of them want it to go green to the end. These two right here, I'm not too sure what they want, but they are about to make a good battle going for position number 5 to get a top 5 here tonight, as Brandon Thompson's still struggling with a loose race car. Steve Woodard not as much, keeping it a little bit smoother, but it's just showing, as we mentioned earlier, the different driving styles here at this racetrack, the different lines that people are taking that are causing the cars to get loose and stay tight.
Since they're kind of battling still, but here comes the 83. Don't count him out of this battle for 5th.
Yeah, and I mean, to add back on to what Josh was saying, he said, I'm not really sure what these two would want. Well, if I'm in the 33's position, I've got a little bit of longer on speed, and I might be okay without a caution. I don't know if I'll be able to compete for a win, but I can get this top 5 if this goes green.
He has short run speed, so he's hoping for a caution.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if I'm the 3, I'm super loose, and
loose.
I'm just continuing to get looser and looser as this run goes on these older tires. I'm definitely gonna want a yellow because I am sliding every corner. Oh man, my arms would be tired if I had to drive that car right now. And yeah, as Henry said,
a 3-car battle, very much heated up now.
And don't look now. There's a lap car in front of these guys. That could shake things up.
Yeah, John Greenslade gets loose off the corner. He looks like he's
the 12 is
a little bit off page. We haven't really mentioned him all race, but he is there getting green time now. He's up the track. Hopefully he doesn't get in the way of these guys.
Hey, Josh, this might actually come into play, but it's a lap car, so who knows? He probably block the 3 or probably just move out of the way.
He moves to the top side so far. It's just a matter of...
He almost puts himself on the wall, but lets all 4 of those guys go, it seems. As Eric Garrison, without a rear end, is still making that car go relatively quick. And very much in the battle for 5th. He is within reach, less than a second away from those guys ahead. So he's still within range.
If I'm not 9, I know it takes a couple seconds of time off, but if I'm this fast without my rear end, I might take my fast repair into green flag stops. It adds about 2.5 seconds to your time. But, I mean, it depends on when you make your green flag pit stops. That's 50. If there's 50 laps left in the race when you make your green flag pit stop, you lose 2 seconds. But if you're this fast, you can get that back and more. So, I mean...
I don't know.
Well, speaking of which, here comes the 83 on the inside of the 33.
Oh, the 3 gets the wall. Brandon
Thomas in the wall. Bill Stringfellow will go to 6th and overtake Steve Woodard. And here comes Eric Garrison on cue. He is right up to the back bumper of Steve Woodard.
Man, Garrison, he's really gonna have to drive it in closer to the inside here because all these guys, they kind of run a corner. They dive it in really shallow and then they kind of arc their exit to where they go off to the wall. It's really interesting how you have to run Phoenix here, but I'm noticing Garrison, he took that different line. He's running lower than the 33 and he's gaining on him.
Yeah.
Something
I-
relatively near the back. Joshua Sichterman just got really loose off a turn 2.
Oh, I see
He's
him
gonna
on the apron.
but he will merge back on the track. A good save from that number 6 car.
Yeah.
Back up to the battle though. This is some pretty close racing here for 5th.
I'm wondering who's going to take the first green pit stop, like the first green stop.
Yeah,
I'm
for
wondering.
sure. I mean,
I think fuel said
yeah,
they
I'm not
come
sure
down
what the
to
fuel run is, but it looks like the longest stint we have some of these guys on is 60 laps, which would be the 11 of Robert DiDomenico, the 39 of Justin Day, and then Brandon Thomas in the 3, as well as Derek Garrison and Oscar Jensen. So if fuel comes into play, then a guy like Chris Schooler or Drew Ashley, who has about 20 to 25 laps more of fuel, those guys are going to be able to take advantage of this, and this might prove costly for the 8 or the 51.
Speaking of the 8 and the 51, Derek Garrison has pulled a 4-second lead over
Wow.
Oscar Jensen, and Oscar Jensen almost 3 seconds over Chris Schooler, and then that gap back to 4th is growing. But Drew Ashley down to pit road.
So is Chris
He's gonna
Schooler.
be the first
Schooler's
stop.
also going down.
Oh, here comes the first green stop run
Yeah,
now.
so Drew Ashley was the first to come down pit road.
He
It
takes
looks
4
like
tires.
the 31 is going to come to try to cover it.
We're going to get
'Cause they
4
were
good new
close.
tires.
So the
Yeah,
42
4
has
fresh
taken
Goodyears
4,
on that car.
and he's gone.
He's gone.
So this is going to be
That's-
huge. We're going to see here, when does the 8 of Garrison pit? Because if those guys pit, they're short pitting him. These guys are trying to get all they can to gain as much time as they can on Garrison. Because on the older tires, he's going to be definitely slower. And this is going to really mix things up a little bit. We might be able to see a different podium.
We have to probably see like what it comes down to, the 8 of Garrison and the 51 to see if they come to pit. Oh, the 33 hit the 3. Hit him in the back
A
bumper,
little
but
bit of
nice.
contact.
Good
Garrison comes
save,
down
lot
pit
of
road,
smoke.
however.
Oh, here comes
Oh,
Garrison.
Garrison
Garrison
stays
down to
out.
pit road. Oscar Jensen stays out. He will take the lead.
So
I'm
if,
Nice.
curious what the lap time differences between
Yeah.
the cars on fresh tires and
if I'm Jensen,
not.
I'm pitting this time. I'm either pitting this time or I'm pitting the
Oh,
lap
this is
that
going to be
Garrison's getting to
interesting.
speed.
Watch on the track behind as Drew Ashley's going to be very...
Ashley's
Oh,
trying to get by both of these.
contact.
He's going to put him 3.
3 wide for Ashley could get his lap back.
Yeah, Ashley trying to get as much position as he can, and he is pushing that car
The
hard
51, Oscar Jensen down to pit road.
with 50 laps to go. So
Here
Jensen's
comes
going
And
to...
Leader.
now the new leader is going to be Bill Stringfellow in the 83 car. He's going to be the last, or the...
Probably going to come to
First
pit
to
road
stay
this
out.
time.
Looks like Stringfellow, Woodard, Thomas, Benjamin, Hendry, Sichterman, and DiDomenico, as well as Greenslate, are all the guys who have not pit yet. So we're going to have to keep an eye on some of these guys. But of course, Drew Ashley is coming by to try to unlap himself, and Stringfellow is staying it out right now. I'm not sure if
Oh,
he
wow.
thinks he can make it on fuel or what, but look at Ashley,
Ooh,
those fresh
Ashley got
tires.
held up a little bit.
Oh, the spooler's into the wall.
Yeah, and there was contact, I believe, with the 33. He has some rear end, he has more rear end damage than he had before. Not sure if that may have caused the 31 to get into the wall, but
Felt bad for him because he just got 4
yeah,
tires put.
the right
on.
side doesn't look too bad on the 31, but that for sure is
Speaking-
going to hurt him.
Speaking of which, look at how Drew Ashley's fuel or pit strategy played out. He is right on the back bumper of the 51 of Oscar Jensen. So an
Yeah.
amazing strategy by the 42 car there.
That short
As-
pit really
how it-
helped.
Yeah.
He got 2 tires, I think, right? Or 4.
No, he got 4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I guess pitting early helped out. Unfortunately, he's going to have a little bit older tires now, so it's going to be harder for him to be
Yeah.
as
I
fast as 51.
I think he drove it a little too hard on those fresh tires, because those fresh tires, it's going to start eating away in the next, like, 3 laps. In the next, actually, no, 2.5 laps.
Well, and on
Mid-
top of that, I mean, we saw Ashley. He got kind of held up trying to get around some of these leaders. So, I mean,
Here
right
comes
now,
Spooler.
yeah, Schooler
get his
coming by
lap
to unlap himself on Stringfellow. Stringfellow's really hanging on here.
Yeah, surprisingly, I think another thing with Ashley, his pit strategy worked out so well. Oh, and Schooler goes around.
The yellow
Who's
flag is out.
around here?
And that changes
That is
everything.
huge. That
The
is
yellow is out.
huge.
Wow, there goes the strategy out the window for people. Wow.
Stringfeller, Woodard, Benjamin, Hendry, Sichterman are the cars that stayed out. So those top 5 will all, wow, they're going to be up front and they'll be able to get the freshest tires and
Yeah,
restock the
and
field.
I mean,
His
looking at the
tires-
replay, Schooler got by. He had a little bit of left front damage. He gets by Stringfellow and turn
Just
4.
loses it.
The car just gets underneath him.
Another casualty of turn 4.
Wow,
Put
nice.
him on the list, man.
Oh, here comes the 83, the 33, the 88, the 29, and the 6 down pit road.
Yeah, that'll let
The
Garrison
80
to stay out. The 31 may try to get a wave around
Luck-
here.
He
Yeah.
is lucky. The 8 car is super lucky he took that pit strategy. Now look, he is going to beat.
Well, I wouldn't say the 8's lucky. I'd say the luckiest person out of this is Bill Stringfellow. He'll be able to put on a new set of tires and be restacked with the field and in a much higher place than he was in before the yellow. So I think the 83 is probably the biggest winner out of this one. As only 3 cars on the lead lap actually stayed out here, those being Derek M. Garrison, Oscar Jensen, and Drew Ashley. So Bill Stringfellow will start in P4 with the freshest tires in the field.
Man, I'm interested to see here. Stringfellow, he comes out 4th. I mean, all those fresher tires, I believe, are gonna really benefit for him as Drew Ashley comes down pit road.
Oh wow, it's an interesting strategy call. He's gonna drop himself to the back there, but he will, I guess, have one lot fresher tires than everyone else.
For fuel. Or probably
it
2
could
tires.
be for fuel, but I believe the fuel run is at least 60 laps, so I wouldn't have believed that to be a concern.
He's probably coming to top off.
We'll see here.
See?
No, he's taking
Oh,
tires.
Huh.
he's probably just getting right size only.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, they had 5 tire sets coming into this thing.
He got
So-
left. He got left, so he got all 4 tires.
Yeah, they had 5 tire sets coming into this thing. So
If he's got at
honestly,
least
they
2
have
sets
like
left, I
3
think this
sets
is a,
left.
yeah, I think
so
this is
there's
a
no
good
reason
strat.
to hold on to him.
If he has 2 sets left now, I think that's a good strat. If he only has 1 left,
all-
then he has to stretch these
Remember,
tires.
I
Like
don't think
40
there's been
laps.
enough pit stops to have
Yeah,
that little.
I think
True.
it all depends. How long can he stay? How long can he actually save those tires, though?
The only issue I have with that is, I mean, you put yourself at the back. If this goes green, you just kind of may have cost yourself a chance to win. I mean, it was a great strategy by Ashley to get up to 3rd, so. These guys will double it up as the wave around cars will get their laps back, and Derek M. Garrison, the guy who's been on point the entire race, will take us from the pin here on this restart with Oscar Jensen, who was outside, and good strategy by Bill Stringfellow puts him last car on the podium. I think one more mid-race update is intact here. 43 laps left. We've had 8 yellows, so we only had 1 yellow from the last time we did a mid-race update, so that's pretty good. 23 caution laps, 8 lead changes, and
That run was about 45 laps long, so a really
Yeah.
good run for those drivers. As we are coming to green flag, as the pace car dips its way down into pit road, and it's going to be Derek M. Garrison and Oscar
Green
Jensen
flag,
leading
green
over the
flag.
line again. Green flag is out in the air.
oh my gosh,
and
Stringfellow did not get a good
car behind
restart.
Just did not get a good restart. Side
So-
by side into turn 1. Jensen
He
gets
sent
out
it
in front of Garrison.
He's gonna have the
And
run.
he's
He
going to be
might
able to
have
hold
to.
on to it for now.
If I'm Jensen, I pinch Garrison if I
He
can. I
does
mean,
a bit.
Ashley.
And Jensen will get in front of Garrison, so we'll see a legitimate lead change for the first time all night.
But Ashley's up to.
he's up to 6th, and he's battling for 5th with Taylor Benjamin. What a restart that the
restart.
42 got.
Wow.
As
What
back
a
up front,
nice-
Oscar Jensen is actually going to gap Garrison a little bit. Not sure if Jensen's saving his tires, or not saving his tires as well as Garrison, or what the situation is there, but I'm sure Garrison's going to try to get back to the lead here.
Jensen
But-
does have a win this year, so it's not like he's a stranger to the front. And oh,
Drew
Ashley
Ashley
barely
almost
clear.
pushed himself off
Oh
of
my
Benjamin's front
goodness.
end.
Wow, that's
Move.
And Ashley's going to march his way up into 4th place if he's able to clear the 33 of Woodard here.
That is
wow.
a show. That is a power move right there. He is
Wow.
telling them that he is going through, and they are not stopping him.
He
That
went from
was...
last basically all the way to the front.
I look at that as kind of like an angry race car driver move. Like, you know, an angrier race car driver is always more aggressive, but they're always better somehow. And I don't know, Drew Ashley's just driving out of his mind right now, and he's probably thankful that there's about to be a battle for the lead brewing here as Garrison got a good run on Jensen, and Stringfellow is right there as well.
Yeah, it seems as if Bill Stringfellow isn't able to extract as much out of those fresh tires as Drew Ashley
Garrison
is.
gets
You gotta
loose.
remember.
Wow.
Stringfellow's going to
gotta-
go to the inside.
You gotta remember, Drew Ashley does have a lap fresher tires than Stringfellow, but has multiple laps fresher than these two.
Oh no!
Actually,
Oh no! Caution comes out.
No. Drew Ashley, he might have... Oh
I
my
think-
goodness.
I think he's beating himself up
We
for that.
we have put the commentator's curse on him every time we say he's about to do something good.
Oh my
He
goodness.
loops it around.
He's been so impressive. That's, I believe, his 3rd self-spin. That's... Wow. Luckily, he doesn't get any damage because he doesn't hit anything, but, I mean...
Killed his tires.
Yeah, look back here.
He just basically got
Yeah,
loose.
just loops it.
Wow.
Man, can you imagine if he saved that race car and come back from all the way from the back to the front, like how he did on that restart? Man, I don't know how many tires these people have, but these drivers have, but I don't know. I think he's on his
So,
last set of tires.
taking a look at it, Drew Ashley has pit 4 times. So now whether or not he's taken tires all 4 times, really don't know, but I don't know if I'd use my last set here.
Garrison goes down pit road. And
I wonder...
the first time we had saw him lose positions under green flag running. He fell all the way back to 3rd, which is deep in the field for him. So he's going to pit for fresh tires and try to rebound himself back up to the front.
He's not the only one. Brandon Thomas, Justin Day, they also come down. Looks like Drew Ashley's coming down. Schooler and Didomenico are also going to come down as well. And the 12 gets the lucky dog, and John Greenslade is going to be back on the lead lap now.
Wow, what a beautiful sunset in the back of turn 1 and 2.
Yeah, for sure. These guys, they might get to race into the night. Depends how many more yellows we have, but these guys have put on a pretty good race so far, and it's not over yet. Still plenty of time for plenty of chaos to ensue here.
In other news, Garrison is leader off pit road. Thomas 2nd, Ashley 3rd, Day 4th, and Didomenico in 5th.
I would like to highlight that the 9 of Eric Garrison, he did get his fast repair finally. I noticed because he has a rear bumper back on that thing. So Garrison taking advantage of the yellows.
They found his rear bumper on the side of the freaking track, so they just grab it and put a tape on it for a stick.
I have a feeling that was a fast repair on that one.
Yeah.
So, as of right now, tonight's biggest mover is the 33 of Steve Woodard. He has gone from 11th to 4th. So he has gained 7 spots on the night so far. So a good recovery from a poor starting spot for him.
Man, I am interested to see. We might as well just stop talking about Drew Ashley, because every time we do, something happens, and gotta feel bad for him.
Yeah, so let's talk about somebody else where it doesn't get the broadcast curse, man.
Well,
All right.
meanwhile, back up front, Taylor Benjamin, I mentioned very early in the race, one of my predictions is he's going to be a front runner late in the race. He's going to pace himself, and don't look now, but the 88 is sitting P3, and as I mentioned, he is 2nd in points.
They're on what, 2, 3 older tires? lap
Uh,
tires?
So Oscar Jensen is 16 laps on his tires. Stringfellow and Benjamin Woodard, Hendry, Sichterman are 11 laps. Eric Garrison is 18 laps, and the rest of the field is on fresh tires except for John Greenslate. So your top 7
Tires.
are all on older tires
Yep. Those
by quite a
those
bit of laps
people,
too.
the people in the back who have fresh tires better be careful with the people who have old tires.
For sure, and I'm not sure about Justin Day or Drew Ashley. They have each pit, well, Ashley's pit 5 times, Day's pit 6. Not sure how many tire sets those guys have left. I believe they each have either 0 or 1. Not sure.
By the
Anyways,
way, we're on green
yeah, we're
this
going
time.
green with Oscar Jensen and Bill Stringfellow bringing us around.
Yep.
Pace car pulls off and waiting for the green flag. It finally flies, and an even restart for both of the two on the front. Woodard does not get as good of a restart as those two, as
That's just
Benjamin will be able to pull the third.
Wow,
good
Stringfellow's got the
battle.
run, and Jensen's going to keep it up above the apron. Stringfellow's going to clear him for the lead here.
Jensen on old tires.
Oh,
and
Stringfellow cooks the corner.
wall.
Oh my God.
Still side by side though, as he holds onto his door.
What a
Stringfellow
run.
will be able to get in front of him, almost contact onto the front straightaway.
Oh, Sichterman.
no!
The yellow flag is out.
Oh, Ashley's around.
Actually, into the wall big.
Couple other cars, I believe, Domenico and the 12 of Greenslate.
Greenslate.
Wow.
And, yeah,
Let's see, we have to see
Sichterman
that
goes
replay.
around.
And Sichterman, as well as Ashley, I believe, have both used their fast repairs, so their
Yeah.
races tonight may be done. Let's see what
Seems like-
happened. Looks like Ashley may have turned Sichterman.
I think he just had the run and basically miscalculated into turn one.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, kind of a miscalculation. And that
It
gets
seems like
Sichterman around.
this was maybe the first multi-car wreck we've seen of the night. Feels like
always
all the
been-
other ones have just been self spins.
Well,
yeah.
I think
turn
it's
four.
time for another Henry cam here, and we're going to be able to ask Henry what his thoughts are on this one that just occurred. All right, Henry, take it away.
But coming out of turn 3 and 4, you see Ashley. He has the run coming out of turn 3 and 4 down the front stretch. I guess coming into turn 1. Oh, the 6 comes down Ashley. So that's not really Ashley's fault.
It's a little bit of a
So-
racing incident, I would say, on that end, but
Yeah,
fortunately,
but
it is what it
um,
is, and it gives each of them some severe-ish damage.
I think Ashley has a fast repair, right?
No, he used it.
Used his fast repair, but he's actually staying out on the racetrack. 30 laps
Wow.
to go. Bold decision from the 42 car
With
there.
tons of right side damage and rear end damage as well. Up front, Oscar Jensen pit.
Oscar Jensen,
missed
yeah,
that
the
looking
older
at the
tires, he
replay.
comes down, unsurprisingly.
Looks like Alexander Hendry as well. Sichterman obviously in that wreck, as well as Domenico and the 12 of Greenslate. Those guys come down as well.
Oh,
Well-
I guess he used fast repair, the 12.
Yeah, that will put Stringfellow and Benjamin on the front row here. Derek Garrison up to P4, and Drew Ashley's 5th. I mean,
Wow.
somehow he gained spots out of that. It's just a matter of
You
how
guys-
competitive is he
you
going to
guys-
be.
Probably drag that car up to the front with all that damage.
That would be very impressive if he could pull that one off.
I don't know. We see him get loose all day, turn himself around all day, but I think he still has a chance, even with damage. Unless he has front end damage to the point where he's down a couple RPMs, but I think he still got it.
Yeah, as the pace car's lights turn off this time by, your top 5 is going to be Bill Stringfellow, Taylor Benjamin, Steve Woodard, Derek M. Garrison works his way all the way up to 4th, and Drew Ashley in 5th place of that damaged race car. So they're going to come to green with just under 30 laps to go. So this one is heating up late in the race here. All 14 cars still in it, and most of them without a lot of damage on the lead lap
His
as the
car
pace
just-
car pulls off. And
off it.
they're waiting for the green flag.
We are
Green flag, green
green.
flag.
There it goes, green flag. Bill Stringfellow with a really good restart is able to gap and clear Taylor Benjamin for a moment.
Yeah, Benjamin
Three
might get the
wide.
run. He does,
Wow,
and
Bill Stringfellow just pulled away.
look at Garrison
39,
on the outside.
Here comes the 39 and the 51 for 5th place. Wow, what a nice start of that.
And look
for
at
them,
Brandon
too.
Thomas as well in the 3. Powers by on the
Sliding
outside.
through.
Oh man, but Ashley's putting up the fight still.
I don't know if it's just luck of being on the outside. Oh!
Actually is.
God,
Oh, the 39's
no!
around.
there's more wrecks, more cars around.
Big issues for a bunch of cars.
That was multiple wrecks, I
Oh,
believe,
no.
kind of chained into one.
On Drew Ashley, looks like
Oh.
his night is over.
Yep, he just pulled it in. So, I was just saying, coming into turn 1, man, Ashley was putting up a fight, but man, he basically the
Oh, it looks
39
like the
hit.
the 39 got loose, which put Woodard up in the Ashley. So we might have to take a look here at the 39.
Nose.
I believe it looks like.
Because the 39 spun like after the fact almost. So we'll see here. Yeah, this is coming down the front straightaway. The 39, he obviously was getting passed by the 42.
We just.
Oh, it was like
Over-
netcode, I
overdrove
believe,
the
or
corner.
yeah, overdrove the corner. Oh, he gets the
and
29.
gets a
Almost
little bit
gets
of
the
damage on
6.
that one.
We might want to look at the
Man,
wreck avoidance there on the 6. That was sort of impressive.
Let's see, the 9's coming in pit road.
We're gonna pull up the Henry cam once again, and we're gonna see what happens here. Henry, take it away.
So we're coming into turn 3. The 6 is coming into turn 1. Sorry. Yeah, the 39 looks like he just got a little tight and hit 33 into Ashley.
Man, good avoidance
Nope.
though by the 6, and that'll definitely
it-
turn some heads there.
Ashley's out of this race. Sadly to say, but I think he was a fast car tonight, but he basically just was in the wrong spot at the wrong time. I mean, he was in the right spot, but at the wrong time.
Yeah, well, unfortunately for Stringfellow, he got such a good restart that he's gonna lose all that time, and he's got Derek Garrison behind him now, which I'd be kind of scared to look behind me and
Yeah.
see.
Unfortunately, Drew Ashley has officially taken that car behind the wall. He is done for the night. So, and I think this marks the farthest up that this guy has been all race. John Greenslade is up into 8th place. So, after being a lapped car earlier tonight, he is up inside top 10 by quite a bit. And I believe that's the farthest he's been up all night.
Well, pace car lights are out,
Okay.
and we're going green again. I mean, Stringfellow, he better hope he can pull away again, and that Garrison somehow gets held up. I mean, Taylor Benjamin, Brandon Thomas, those guys might have to try to put a fight on Garrison to stall him out, and hopefully give even those guys a chance to try to win this one.
If I was to 83, don't look in your rear view mirror. Just drive.
Yeah, he's got to have tunnel vision on that thing. He's just focused for front, head down kind of mentality coming to the restart here as the pace car pulls to the left once again. And it's going to be Bill Stringfellow and Taylor Benjamin to the green. And we're green flag here at Phoenix.
I think the 83 spun his
Oh,
tires
Oscar
just
Jensen
into
dives it to the inside.
one of the.
Oh, the 3! Way wide
Oh.
through 1 and 2.
Oh,
Oscar
Garrison
Jensen
and
to the inside of
Jensen
Garrison.
still side by side.
But they are going to be. Oh,
Garrison gets loose. Oh, no!
Oh no! Garrison's around. Thomas is around.
Many cars involved.
Oh no, the 11 and the 12.
Looking after the fact. Oh my goodness! What an incident!
wow, the
Holy cow!
Rex, the 8, or I think the
I don't
3
even know.
got.
I don't even know.
I don't know, but
Oh, we're gonna need to take a bunch of replays on this one, as there was, I think, 2 separate incidents as well.
Yeah, look
there was-
here. On the replay.
let's see
The
what
8 gets
happens.
loose.
Oh,
The 3 the 3
loose.
sends it in.
Oh, Yeah, the 3 sent it in and miscalculated and
29
hit
is
the
in
8.
there. Oh, and then the
And
11
then
and the 12. Very late into that one.
And
man,
then you were going to need to go back and look at the 33 and the 12 earlier in that one because they were also another wreck that happened at the exact same time. As you can see here, 33 is in front of the 12 going into the corner. They see the wreck happening in front. It's like the 12 just overshoots and turns the 33
yeah.
into the outside wall.
Oh,
A
and
lot
then
of
the 11
contact
and
for
the
them.
12, man. Oh, that's tough.
It looks like 6 or 7 cars involved in that
That
one.
was almost the whole field. That's going to be a lot of fast repairs being used right now.
Yeah, fortunately for Derek Garrison, he has a fast repair for this one. So he should be able to just come down and use it. But yeah, his dominance has faded away a bit just because of the circumstances that he was put in. But we'll see if he's going to be able to rebound and recover from this one. Garrison does use the fast repair, so his car will be up and ready to go again. Brandon Thomas, Steve Woodard, and Robert DiDomenico still on pit road. Oscar Jensen comes down pit road a lap later, and he is going to be the only one lap later. So he's going to drop a couple spots from this, but probably just for some tires and fuel to refill that race car and get him on a better strategy than the rest of the field.
Yeah.
I mean, back up front though, Stringfellow and Benjamin, these guys have got to be restless. I mean, they've been the front row the past, like, what, 2 or 3 restarts?
Yeah, they've been up front, but I don't think it's too much based on speed. Obviously these cars are both fast, but they don't really have enough time to lose positions at this point. So there's not a whole lot of shuffling that can go on just because the cautions keep happening so early. And although we did have the good green flag run through the middle of the race, these guys are getting antsy towards the end of this one. So they're all causing a little bit more wrecks and just being a little bit more tight racing. That's why we've seen the 2 multi-car incidents to bring out the last 2 yellows. But definitely a really good race nonetheless.
Pace light. The pace light cars are the pace car light is off. He is good. He's gonna pull it down pit road when it comes to 3 and 4.
Yeah, and not to mention points, but Bill Stringfellow in the lead and Chris Schooler in third. Only 1 point separates the 2 of them for third place in the point standing, so they're both fighting hard for that. As the pace car makes the left-hand turn down onto pit road, and
green flag.
they're green. Alexander Hendry with a push to the back of the 88, but does not get going after that.
Wow,
Stringfellow loses time into turn 1. Taylor Benjamin pushes it hard up the racetrack, but he's going to be able to hold on to it. And there goes Bill Stringfellow under the yellow line down into the dog leg, but Benjamin still holds on to it coming through turn 3. Still side by side off of turn number 4. Bill Stringfellow goes to the lead, takes the point of this one, as Benjamin gets a little bit sideways coming into turn 1.
Here comes Schooler.
And here comes Chris Schooler on the bottom of the 88 car, as they're going to be side by side coming through the dog leg down into turn number 3.
Man, side by side
Nice
here for
battle.
Schooler and Benjamin for P2. Don't look now, Derek Garrison is driving through the field. Oh, Schooler spins!
Oh,
Yellow flag is out.
He locks it up. Oh, he's gonna bonk the front end though.
Gets into the wall. And another turn 4 incident. Are these ever going to stop?
I don't think they
Nope,
are.
They're never.
Man, that
stopping.
was.
The lights are on at the track, so we are going to be night racing.
Yeah, I think pretty much the entire track is under the night sky now. And just look here again at the 31 of Schooler side by side with Benjamin.
He probably. Oh, yeah. He just got loose.
Same thing that's been happening all night. Coming out of turn 4,
I think
a little bit of a
I think
self-spin.
that's his second time getting loose off turn 4.
I think, yeah, for the 31 of Schooler, that sounds about right, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately, he would have been okay, but then he just let go of the brakes there and slid down into the inside
51
wall.
just pulled into pit road. 51 is probably taking tires.
Oscar Jensen down to pit road, as well as Steve Woodard, Brendan Thomas, excuse me, Robert DiDomenico, and Chris Schooler all on pit road this time by. So a little stat right here. Bill Stringfellow, although he's third in points, he has not yet gotten a win this year. So he's looking for his first win of the season.
He's like the Mark Martin of iRacing here in this league, apparently.
Not getting a win, but being up front. That sounds about right.
Yeah, unfortunately, he would want to be pulling on his competitors around him more than he is, but people around him, right behind him, is second in points as he is third, and Garrison is leading points. So he's not really pulling away from his competitors too much. However, Chris Schooler was the one who spun on that last yellow, and that was the car that was 1 point behind him. So that will definitely be an advantage going the 83's way.
Well, man, that 8 already back up to P3, and he's led most of this race. I mean, he's already back up to P3. You really can't count him out here.
Yeah. And the 9. This is probably what, our first time seeing the 9 up here?
Yeah, he started second. Just unfortunately had a lot of damage. Remember, he didn't have that rear bumper for the longest time this race. Was able to put that fast repair to good use, and he's put himself up to 4th. So the Garrison brothers looking to get after it here.
It's probably going to be a good battle here. While they're coming to one green right now. One to the green. So.
Yeah, pace car lights are going to be out this time, and I'm interested to see how this one goes. 14 laps left. We've had 13 yellows in this one, 40 laps under yellow, but 12 lead changes. That lead changes the amount of lead changes we've had has certainly gone up since the last time we did a little bit of a mid-race update. So Bill Stringfellow back to the point here with Taylor Benjamin to the outside. Derek Garrison, Eric Garrison, the top 4 all chase drivers here, and P3 and P2 here, Benjamin and Garrison. Those guys are battling for a championship. They are 1 and 2 in points, so obviously Benjamin is looking to right the ship and beat Garrison here, gain a little bit of points heading into the championship finale next week at Las Vegas.
And the 6 is up there too, so.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, Joshua Sixerman has gone all the way up to.
He had a little bit of an early race struggle. He had some damage, but he's marched his way into the top 5. And Alexander Hendry as well, going from a lap down with front end damage on that thing. He's up to P6. Coming off of turn 4, Stringfellow and Benjamin once again the front row here on this restart. The Garrison bros are right behind as the green flag waves, and Stringfellow and Benjamin each get good restarts. Eric Garrison doesn't quite get as good of a restart there on the outside, and that'll lead us to Stringfellow taking the lead here from Benjamin, with Derek Garrison going to the inside of Taylor Benjamin here, way down in the dogleg, as they're 3 wide just behind for 5th.
Garrison completely cleared Taylor Benjamin, and he is on a mission today. He is all the way up to the inside of Bill Stringfellow. Oh, and he gets loose off of turn 4, but he is right on his back bumper with only 11 laps to go in this one.
Stringfellow's going to have to play some of the best defense he's ever played. He's going to have to be like the 2015 Denver Broncos, because he's going to have to fight a hard-charging Derek M. Garrison in this one. And look at Garrison. Dives it way down low to the apron. Stringfellow's going to have to try to pinch him down. He gets loose again.
He got a little loose.
Man, and here comes Taylor Benjamin again.
Man, that turn 4.
That turn 4 kills everybody. Get back up.
That turn 4,
Chris Schooler is missing his front end, and he's 8th. Oh, Oscar Jensen slides down to the apron.
Now
He
7th.
got loose off turn 2.
And back up front, man, Stringfellow, he runs way higher than Garrison, forcing Garrison to go to the inside, and Garrison, just the way he's pushing it off the corner, he gets so loose, it's just hard for him to get by the 83 of Stringfellow here.
Yeah, this almost seems like a David versus Goliath kind of battle right here. But
We come to 8 to go.
Yeah, and behind them for P3, Eric Garrison is challenging Taylor Benjamin. He's going to lose that position at the moment.
I think the 9 is going to get the 88, and it's going to be the Garrison brothers right there.
Trying to take over for the lead here as Derek is all over Bill Stringfellow.
Unfortunately, Hendry has gone to the pit road, so he's going to go another lap down. But they're side by side for the lead.
Oh, Stringfellow gets a little loose.
Garrison
Oh, here comes Garrison on the dog leg.
Doesn't get to his side. Oh, but he's going to
I don't know, Josh.
Oh,
He got
loose,
this-
almost making contact. He's going to move the 83
Wow.
up the track slightly.
Here comes
But the
Stringfellow on the
83 's gonna
outside.
have to
Stringfellow's
run.
going to get the run.
Wow,
7 laps to go in this one
wow,
here,
what a
and
run
Stringfellow
from the-
gets the lead back
What
here.
a run. Oh, but here comes Garrison again.
Man, Garrison, he's able to work this so much easier than Stringfellow.
He
Part of
takes
that is the
dog
tires.
leg.
I mean,
Here he is. He's onto his door now.
Oh,
And he's going to completely
Oh, he's gonna try to
clear
throw a
the
slider.
P3 car.
crossover. Oh, he got it.
crossover's
Garrison
not going to work at the
clears
moment.
Stringfellow.
Oh, the 6 got loose in the back.
Stringfellow sends it back
Look
in
at
there.
6 into the wall.
This is a good battle for first place.
Stringfellow back to the inside, and he's going to have to really get a good run here off the dog leg.
We got it. Oh, no.
Gets it up high, gets a little bit loose. Stringfellow isn't quite able to capitalize by holding the bottom.
Oh, Stringfellow gets loose to the inside wall.
The yellow flag is
Oh,
out.
no.
Oh, and the Cinderella story possibly no more. Oh,
And
man.
it's going to be huge for points as well.
That one stings. That stings a lot.
My
Stringfellow,
goodness.
he kept it clean, dude, all the way around.
Until
And
turn 4.
yeah, turn
again.
4 claims another victim.
Oh,
Man,
This is
fighting
what-
so hard for the win, dude.
Yeah, you just could see him. He fought to try to turn it back, but it just, as soon as he got loose, there was nothing he could do. And he just goes
no,
around
if-
like so many others in that
was
corner.
me- If that was me, I'd be Doring. I would have been Doring Garrison, but he doesn't get loose like that.
Don't look now, guys, but Oscar Jensen is 4th, and he's only 11
Oh,
laps on his tires. Derek Garrison is about 6 laps older. Taylor Benjamin is 41 laps on his set of tires.
He's going for it, man. He's throwing it all out on the line. Hell, why not?
And
Yeah,
Chris
man.
Schooler is P5 with no front end.
He's
Wow.
giving it everything.
I don't know. I didn't feel like I saw Schooler lose his front end. I just thought I saw heavy front end damage. Unless he just went down pit road and that virtual pit crew of his just ripped it off, said, "All right, we're done."
They
Yeah,
decided
get
they
out
wanted
there.
some more airflow into that Chevy Z01.
Airflow, man. He's going to get the best airflow, so he might have the run sometime.
Yeah, he might have his brakes are going to be cooled. I'll tell you that in Phoenix. I know it's
I don't know.
kind of a hard debate because it's a little bit it's a mile long track, but I consider Phoenix a short track, to be honest, because of the way it drives. It drives so much like a short track. So I mean,
Yeah.
you use the brakes so much here compared to
Grayson, I think Phoenix kind of drives like a little bit like Bristol and Martinsville a little bit together.
depends.
You put those-
You have to brake heavily like Martinsville, but you have the higher speeds of Bristol. I see what you're
Exact-
getting at. Yeah. Meanwhile, Joshua Sichterman, he goes down pit road.
Yeah.
And
Bill
he-
Stringfellow, that car looks
Yeah,
very clean considering
I
the
think he
incident
just
he
took
just
his fast
got.
repair.
No, he took his fast repair earlier. Remember, he had a vicious wreck on
That's
like turn or
right.
left 4.
Oh, wow.
That's
So-
right.
So that-
I forgot about that.
car got really good repair crew into that 83 team.
Stringfellow
took
might
the
want
op-
to take those guys out to a steak dinner, or well, I guess it would be like on SpongeBob SquarePants. You know how Plankton eats the holographic food.
It's going
like
to be
that.
a restart.
Speaking of SpongeBob SquarePants, you got Oscar Jensen in that Squidward car right now.
And he's got the freshest tires in
Woodward.
the field, minus obviously the guys who just
I
pit
don't
with
know.
Stringfellow, Thomas, Sichterman, and Hendry.
Grayson,
Well,
I think that 51. I think Squidward's going to come into play and start moving everybody.
think
moving
Squidward's gonna have a
everybody.
grumpy day here and throw his hat in the ring.
Yep,
We'll
I think
see.
so.
We have two brothers on the inside row, and I mean,
So that
with
means
4
you got
laps
the
to go,
side,
I
and
think
then
if
you got all the green white checkered. Never
yeah,
mind.
it's gonna be a green-white checkered here, and I mean, yeah, sure. If you're Eric, your brother Derek is the guy who's P1 right now. He's leading the championship. He's going for
Rack,
the win.
oh,
So you have
rack 'em
to
for
race him
the
a little nice in that aspect. Plus the fact that he's family, but on the same level, you know, you get a little bit of a sibling rivalry, and maybe you move that 8 car, you take the win from him, and maybe you
I like
spice
you.
things up heading into Las Vegas next week.
Yep.
So these guys will double it back up. Pace car lights are out. And we will go back green flag this time by with Derek Garrison and Taylor Benjamin in the front row. Difference is Benjamin's got about 30 lap older tires, so Oscar Jensen, who has younger tires than everyone in front of him, he might want to try to get going as quick as he can.
Well, here
Could
we
be
go. First
problematic
green
for
white
him.
checkered.
Green
Let's see how
flag,
this
green
battle.
flag.
Oh, the 12 try to get the
Yeah,
start,
the
but
12
he
didn't really get going, neither did the 11.
didn't
That's going to
go.
stack some guys up back there. Meanwhile,
And
up
here comes
front,
and the 31 with no front end.
Taylor
He's
Benjamin takes second here.
oh,
He's
Here
all
comes
over the
the
back
bumper
bumper of the 8 of
Garrison.
Garrison.
As other Garrison has gone to
Oh
his
my
inside, gets a little loose.
White
I
flag
don't
this
know,
time
but
by. Is anybody going to be able to get to Derek here?
Oh, here comes Bill
oh
Stringfellow.
my God! Here
What
comes
about him?
What flag is
Stringfellow
that?
trying to get everything he can. Nobody will probably be able to get to Derek Garrison, though, as Eric gets
Oh,
loose.
What is on Garrison on the
They're going to
9
have
of
to send it in there.
Wide coming to the final corner.
It doesn't
Oh,
Here
matter.
comes Oscar
It's
Jensen.
The
final
battle is
lap,
for
and
P2 because coming out of turn 4 here in the Buttkicker Cup Series for the 15th time this season,
oh my
Derek
God!
M.
Oh
Garrison
my
is going to win,
God!
and they're racing after the line.
Massive crash after the end of that one.
Oh my goodness, that's like the whole field,
What a
dude.
finish! Second
Derek
place.
Garrison will come home as your winner tonight. Oscar Jensen second, Eric Garrison P3, Taylor Benjamin fourth, and Bill Stringfellow works his way up to fifth, only losing out on fourth by 2 1/1000ths of a second.
Wow, that was
Wow.
That was wow. That was an awesome battle for second. Wow.
Man, that was
That-
a very intense finish there, but Derek Garrison's going to be the one that gets it done
Oh,
here today
look,
in the 8. We're going to see if he burns it down.
oh look, I think the 3 is going to fight. No, never mind.
Okay, Henry. Let's see update.
Henry is seeing things. Let's see, is Derek doing a
Exploring.
burnout, or is he just doing a victory lap?
I think he's going to
Driving
he's
the
waiting
engine.
till
He's gonna.
He's waiting on the dog leg. There you go, wide open track.
burn it.
Yeah, Derek's going to burn this one down right here, and 15th time this season here in the Buttkicker Cup Series. How do you win
I
15 times? How do you let somebody win 15 times, man? That's
Oh
insane.
man.
I think this win pretty much locks up the championship for the 8 car here. So that was a
Man.
great race for him. And let's pull up our final results from tonight's
We'll
event.
actually get to the final results.
Now.
Not now, but okay.
Oh.
I guess we will get the final results now. Josh is
Hey.
very insistent on it. Derek M. Garrison came home P1. Oscar Jensen comes home P2. Eric Garrison comes home P3. Taylor Benjamin 4th. Bill Stringfellow rounds out the top 5.
And Chris Schooler in P6. Justin Day 7th. Steve Woodard 8th. Joshua Sichterman in 9th. And Robert DiDomenico rounding out your top 10.
In 11th place, Brandon Thomas comes 11th place. The 12 car, John Green State, comes 12th, and 13th and 14th, the 29th, Alexander Hendrick, and then the 42 of Drew Ashley finished with 28 laps down because he pulled into pit road after that wreck he had.
Yeah, well, now that we've got the finishing results down, we're going to go ahead and bring in these guys for post-race interviews following this commercial break. Don't go anywhere, folks.
The field is rolling on the back straightaway.
Get ready, this is going to be tight.
bumps here can get you every time. Entering the corner, exiting the corner.
All right, everybody, welcome back here to Work TV. It's time for some post-race interviews here in the Unified iRacing League Buttkicker Cup Series, as we just got finished with a pretty interesting race here at Phoenix Raceway. We're going to drag in our race winner now, Derek Garrison. Derek, you're in the Work TV booth. You got a copy, bud?
Yes, sir.
All right, Derek, well, congratulations on the win. You led a race high 98 laps here. Late in the race, you got wrecked. Luckily, though, you were able to come back from that. Do you think that fast repair was really able to come in handy for tonight?
Yeah, it was definitely because our car was junked right after that wreck. So yeah, luckily we hung on to it, but yeah, we didn't have to use it early in the race because we had a good track position. But yeah,
Well,
really
98 laps. Clearly, you showed your speed here and your ability to dominate. This is your 15th win on the season, and looks like heading into Las Vegas, there's not much doubt that you're going to be the champion here. You going to just keep racing for the win at Las Vegas, or are you going to take it a little bit easier just to make sure you can guarantee yourself that championship?
every time I sign in on this racing thing, man, I give it 120% no matter what. So yeah, we're still going for the wins, and hopefully we'll win the championship next week. So that would be the icing on the cake. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, for sure, man. Well, Derek, before I let you go, do you have anybody you want to thank tonight?
I got to thank my teammates Steve and Eric, GGR. I got to thank you for the broadcast. Thank you for coming on board the last two races and putting some hard work in. It's pretty cool. We got to thank all the admins of the UIL. They put on a good show, but I mean tonight wasn't the best performance we had. But yeah, that's about it.
All right, man. Well, congratulations on your win, your 15th of the season. That's a very phenomenal statistic when you look at it. And obviously, the ability to drive through the field after getting wrecked late in the race to take the win, I mean, still very impressive. Congratulations, Derek. And we'll probably see you in the booth next week, it sounds like.
All right, man. I'll be looking forward to it, man. Y'all have a good night, and thank y'all again for coming on board.
All right, no problem, man. Congratulations. All right, guys. That was Derek Garrison, and we're going to drag him. There, here you go. All right. So that was Derek Garrison. He took home P1 tonight, and we're going to move forward here to P2, which was Oscar Jensen. Let's see if we can drag him into the booth.
All right. Oscar Jensen, you're in the Work TV booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, what's up?
All right, man. You finished second tonight. That was a really good ending to that race. You restarted fourth with 2 to go. How'd you manage to get your way up to second place?
I don't really know. I just kind of had Garrison as a target that I wanted to either beat or at least wreck for the win. But that's about it.
Wow.
Do you think? Do you think that if you had a little bit of a longer run there, you would have had anything for him once you got around everybody, or was he just too far gone at that point?
I think if I had another lap, I probably could have missed out a lot like Brandon Thomas did earlier in the race, going into 3. But it's hard to tell because Garrison's so fast.
Yeah, definitely a strong competitor in the 8 car there. But going forward, you aren't a chase driver, which you proved tonight that you should be. But going into next week, do you think you're just gonna gun for your or for the win, or what's your mentality going into next week?
Next week, I think I'm just gonna take it easy and let some of these guys race for their spots. I don't expect myself to be up here, or at least if I'm up here, be a little bit more kind to some of these other guys. But the overall is still go for the win. So
All right. Well, before I let you go here tonight, do you have anybody you'd like to thank? Any teams, any sponsors for tonight's race?
I wish. I guess just thank y'all for coming aboard and broadcasting for us, and thanks KFC Ninja. So yeah.
All right. Well, that was Oscar Jensen. We hope you have a great night and hope to see you next week.
Yeah, you too.
All right, guys.
All right.
Now we'll bring in P3, Eric Garrison, and Henry. This will be on you. Maybe. There we go. Eric, you're in the Work TV booth, man. Go ahead, Henry.
Hey, so we want basically how did you basically come up from the back with no you had like a best run ever, basically coming from the back with no rear end, taking your fast repair towards the end of the race and coming back and finishing third.
Yeah, definitely a rookie mistake there at the beginning of the race, spinning out, getting underneath the 42 there, but just hanging in there, and a lot of cautions kind of helped us out here at the end of the race.
Yep. So wow, that was an awesome race by you, man. I was watching you basically the whole race because I seen you after that wreck and everything. Like I was like, oh my god, what happened? Like no, but man, you came back, took that fast repair, and basically came back, finished third. So
Yeah.
do you want to before we get you out of here, do you want to thank any of your sponsors? Anybody you want to thank?
Got to thank all my teammates. I think we all had real strong runs tonight, including Steve. I mean, he was up there fighting, just got unfortunate circumstances took him out towards the end there. Got to thank especially y'all coming on these last 2 races, finish this broadcast, and great guys that runs this league, man. We couldn't do it without any of you.
Thank you. All right, that was Eric. That was Eric Garrison.
Yep, that is P3 tonight, and fortunately for him, that will conclude tonight's broadcast. Well, this was Henry's first ever time in the broadcast booth, but he did a pretty solid job for what he was handed, so congratulations, Henry, on that. And thank you, everyone, for tuning in tonight to Work TV, as we have just covered the Unified iRacing League Buttkicker Cup Series here at Phoenix Raceway. It was a pretty interesting race from top to bottom. We had quite a few yellows, but quite a few instances of lead changes and stuff. And man, late in the race, Bill Stringfellow going around, that was pretty interesting. Uh, Man, just so much went on, and we appreciate everyone for tuning in tonight to Work TV, and for tuning into the Unified Racing League Buttkicker Cup Series as well. If you're interested in Work TV broadcasting your league, make sure you check out the info in the description here, because there's info for donating, there's info for joining our Discord for our flagship league, the World Online Racing Championship, and there's also info for so much more in there as well, as contact information, things like that. If you are also just interested in a Work TV period, you like to follow us, so we were able to entertain you tonight, well, don't worry, because more entertainment is coming your way tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, the Keystone Corner Sports Car Championship and the World Online Racing Championship. They head to Le Mans for 80 minutes of multi-class action. Should be an exciting one there because that race is going to go into the nighttime, and Le Mans is a fantastic race. We also have other broadcasts lined up. Tuesday night, we have the Warwick Makoni Setup Shop Late Model Tour for 100 laps at Kokomo with money on the line. Thursday night, we have the Warwick JP Designs Truck Series. That race heads to Auto Club. That is the regular season finale there. Those guys have been putting on a show. We've had over 35 trucks every week so far, and man, it's been a treat to broadcast that league. And the next Saturday night, right here, the Unified iRacing League Buttkicker Cup Series Championship finale at Las Vegas. So that's what we've got booked this week for Work TV. We thank everyone for tuning in, and I thank Henry and Josh for coming on board with me tonight. It's been a pleasure to serve everyone tonight, and that'll do it for tonight. This is Work TV.